That'll be fine. That'll be just fine. Leave it be. Get your lazy behind out here and put that trunk up in the back.
Oh, no, we've got it.
It's very heavy. She don't mind. She's short and skinny, but she's strong. Her first baby come out sideways. She didn't scream or nothing. Isn't that something? You're a real trooper.
Greetings and welcome once again to Roman of the Empire. I am your host, Roman.
That was the best part of this film. Oh, wait, that actually wasn't the film. Never mind.
There's always got to be one, folks. There's always got to be one.
Unfortunately.
Tonight, we are talking about the holiday favorite minus one person on the planet, the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the John Hughes classic from 1987, starring Steve Martin, John Candy, and a host of very interesting characters. So let's plow around the horn. We still have Mando is in limbo right now. She is actually supposed to be with us, but there was a storm. There was some screaming. A house fell on her sister. I don't know what happened exactly, but hopefully she'll be popping in with us soon.
Whoa!
And,
Damn!
And Vex is going to be late, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm happy she's going to be with us. I need
Vex.
Vex.
I
gotta bring Vex in. So let's go. And also I want to say a big thank you to R2 the Icky for that clip. That clip is hilarious. That is my favorite Vex face ever.
That face makes the clip. Like our
it says so much. It says so much.
Oh yeah.
So let's go around the horn, do our intros, and get ready to go on a trip. With me, as always, is my partner on the channel. He is my wingman. He once stopped me from bombing Wichita, Kansas, because that's where the layovers go. He is Shieldwall of Dragons. Welcome back, my friend. How are you?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy to be here. Going to be talking about this movie. I enjoy this movie. It has a special meaning to me, and maybe we'll get into it later. But yeah, it's a good holiday movie. And as far as for Vex, she's Canadian, so
yeah, we just forgive her.
Canada, yeah. But anyway, hopefully she can get out of there as soon as possible.
Hashtag justice for Vex.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of justice for Vex, pinned in our chat tonight, you will see the GoFundMe to help Vex out against the oppressive Canadian overlords. Actually, not a joke. So if you can click on that, and every little bit will help get the Canadians all out of her stuff. So please click on that, check it out, and if you can, please give.
Absolutely. Yeah, so happy to be here, and hello to the chat. And that was a great intro there. Little video.
Yeah.
R2 the Icky Man. He's gold. He is the scourge of Gotham, the nemesis of the Dark Knight. He is Joker Voice. Welcome back, my friend. I'm glad you were not ablaze tonight. It is good to have you with us.
Yes, it was a week ago that my house was literally on fire. Yes, that did happen. I'm not a John Hughes fan, and I had forgotten about this film, and as I'm rewatching it, I'm like, what is it about this film that I'm not liking? And then I see directed by John Hughes, and I'm like, there it is. Okay, so I am the one person on this panel that does not gush over this film, but it is what it is. They're all wrong. I'm right. So there we go.
Let's all sing the Joker. The roof is on fire.
Almost.
Go fuck yourself.
You don't need that water. Let that motherfucker burn. Burn, motherfucker. Burn.
Yeah.
He is the meme master of the interweb, using his powers for good instead of evil. He is Jacob Ironside. Welcome back, my friend. It is good to have you and your raccoon clan.
It's good to be here. So somebody messed with a book, and now there's a portal with raccoons coming through. I don't know what happened.
Ooh.
Wow.
I like that.
Victu Verata Raccoon.
Yeah, they didn't say it correctly.
Hey, is that the Immortals from?
It is. He's got
That?
immortal raccoons. Yep. That's why you can never get rid of them.
Oh God, that's amazing!
Everyone takes their place.
The immortal raccoons. Oh Lord.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's
There's
amazing.
a big fat one in the back with sword hands somewhere.
Lord. He is no Bigfoot. He is no Yeti. He is no Wampa from that stupid planet on Star Wars. He is the Cannoli Sasquatch. Welcome back, Paisan. It's good to have you.
It's good to be back with you sick people. Yeah, it's been a while, but now that daylight savings happened, I can be on your show again. It's great. So happy to be here. Joker, you have no soul, but I love you anyway for not liking this movie, but it's okay.
That is true.
One of my favorite movies for the holidays, just in general. A lot of nostalgia here for me and great memories. So I am a John Hughes fan. You sick bastard.
Gay.
But I'm very happy to be here, Roman. Appreciate the invite, man. Always.
Oh, I'm like I said, it's been like I believe 17 years since we've had Cannoli back on the show.
It's been 34
It's been a minute.
years.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
So glad you are here. Oh, speaking, I saw Blair pop up in the chat.
Yes, in chat.
Some prayers for our favorite wizard.
Yeah.
Apparently, he tried to, go here when he should have gone there, and now he has laid himself up in the hospital. So hope you feel better soon, my friend. Do that wizard shit and get the fuck out of there. But so prayers for our good friend Blair. He is not my son, but a trip to Cancun back in 1987 may say different. He is the creative blue-collar guy. Welcome back.
Actually, 1985 would be more accurate, but you were close.
Well, when you're dealing with a hot tub time
Years mean
machine.
to a man of my age.
Let's just keep in mind though, real quick before we move on though, talking about how Joker Voice doesn't like this movie. Keep in mind he is a villain, so there is that to keep in mind.
It's true.
That is true.
Oh,
Mando has the power.
She lives.
Yes, I have power.
well, that was short-lived. Apparently, your raccoons are not nearly as resourceful as Jacob's, so they may need to attend more union meetings. I'm not sure.
I guess so.
He
I don't know. I
is
say when
the
my stuff's not
man-
working, it's Gremlins. It's always Gremlins.
Gremlins. Well, hairy gremlins with hands. He is the man that knows all the things about all the things. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Unbearable 73. The dad that shouldn't be. Our good friend Matt. Welcome back, my friend. How are you? That was a
Vroom,
mouthful.
vroom.
That
My
was a
car hat
that-
would make this look so much better.
Matamobiles should not be that funny, but it is.
It is. It's all those
Wow.
syllables work together nicely. How are you, buddy?
Doing okay. Just surviving in the People's Republic of New Jersey. Just keep on trucking. Well, I can't. Well,
Yeah.
you can't truck in communist states, so I'm going to keep on walking. I guess.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes, the closed ports of New Jersey. Oh, Lord. She will tell you if this is the way. If Kathleen Kennedy were in charge of air travel in Wichita, she would have kicked her ass. She is the Untamed Mando, returning despite her best instincts. Welcome back. How are you?
Sister.
Sister brother, the sister family. I'm doing
God
better
damn it.
now that I have power, and let's hope that it stays that way. Yeah.
Indeed. All right. Well, like I said, Vex will be beaming in, hopefully.
This is our family.
Hour, in which case turmoil will once begin on the program. So let's hop right into the movie. And again, I think it's a really relatable piece for a lot of folks. And John Hughes, actually, a little tiny bit of trivia before we get rolling. This was based loosely on a trip he took where without a lot of the funny stuff happened to him. So that's where you
Really? I didn't know that.
So
Yeah, I
what part?
did.
So what part of this film was funny?
For a Joker, You have to work.
He's
on
going to
this.
be that guy. I mean, come on, it's Steve Martin and John Candy. How can you go wrong? Like,
this film.
Oh, stop. So New York, it's 2 days before Thanksgiving. Plenty of time to get back from New York to Chicago.
Nice watch.
It is a lovely watch. And that look is the look of a man who's like, I need to get the fuck out of here. We've all had that.
Oh, this guy. Oh, man.
This guy. I love this.
Just
looking at the pictures.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
oh, the days before the internet.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Could have sent this to your boss.
This could just be a Zoom call
Well,
from your kitchen.
That was
the
my
days before all of you had access to the internet and wrecked it.
that was my
Right.
thing about
You
the, like
people in
movies
public,
like
man.
this is that cell phones and internet and whatever would render most
Oh
of these
God, yeah.
like incidents. And that's the guy from Ferris Bueller's
Ferris
Day
Bueller.
Off.
Right.
Ferris Bueller's dad.
Yeah.
Actually, is this the same? This is the same universe, right? Isn't that
Yeah,
Ferris
that's
Bueller's dad?
probably Ferris Bueller's dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere during this meeting, Ferris Bueller is singing on a parade float.
Somewhere in Chicago, yeah, waiting.
And he's like, I
Somewhere.
have to leave.
It's so funny.
It just
Bueller,
drags
and then
on.
But wait,
about to say
but wait.
something, and then he stops
So wait.
and just keeps looking. At, like,
So, just really quick. So, does Steve Martin live in Shermer, Illinois?
In the movie?
Because that's where
Ferris Bueller.
because that's where every John Hughes film takes place, in Shermer.
I mean, probably.
Illinois.
Well, it's a burb of Chicago, right?
Right.
So probably.
Yeah. I would
Well,
say
except Shermer, Illinois doesn't exist.
That is
So after all this bemoaning and looking at these slides, the dude's like,
We'll send it back to the drawing board.
for a meeting that they're going to return to after the holidays.
Yeah. We're not curing cancer.
Yeah.
right.
Oh, this is one of my
And then-
Poor
favorites.
man.
Oh my God, trying to get to the cap. So you get a nice cameo.
yes, and then
here
when we
coming
see
up.
the young Kevin Bacon,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin Bacon was
They both
kind of
see
a
the light
random
come on in the
cameo
cab.
because
he was in it
wasn't
because he
already
was
kind of a
shooting
big deal at this point.
he was
Like,
shooting She's Having a Baby. So that's
Right.
why he agreed to
Yeah,
be in the
he's-
movie.
Well, he's in a bit.
okay.
This is when I say young Kevin Bacon. He's in his career here right now. Like young Kevin Bacon would be way back to like in Animal House or something like that. You know,
Mhm.
like he's
Oh,
in
yeah,
the middle
'cause
of his
that's
career with like
Footloose.
Footloose had already happened. I
Right.
think.
Yeah.
You know,
He was.
what was his horror movie? That was a really good horror movie that he did. Anyway,
He was also around this time. He was in He Said, She Said.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, he was hitting his peak.
Yeah, so it just kind of it seemed like a random cameo for the fact that like he was kind of in
Yeah.
his prime.
Yeah,
at
he
this
asked.
point.
Well,
to be
yeah.
in the movie.
Well,
Well-
there was also I believe there was a random cameo later on in the film of Susan Sarandon. It was like
I didn't catch
she
that
was
one.
she was a passenger in a car that they were
Passing?
Oh,
Passing it.
really?
yeah.
Oh, that one where
Wait, is she with the when
Oh, when they're at nighttime when they're driving?
Mhm.
No, not that
Oh,
one.
okay.
Okay.
It was the daytime when they're driving and the car's a cinder. It was right before Michael DeMcKean.
And they're
pulled
looking
them
at
over.
them in the car while they're
Yeah.
driving by. Kind of, yeah.
I
I never even noticed.
I will need to look. I'm sure. I imagine I grabbed the slide. So they're both racing to get to the same cab. Kevin Bacon runs into some boxes. He's like, "I've got him!" And then he does a big tumble into the street.
Now, for those of you youth
What's up,
out there
Dempsey?
who don't understand what the world was like before Uber, you actually used
Oh
to
my
have
God.
physical fights over taxis and
Oh, God,
in
yeah.
places like New York
Especially
and
in that
Chicago.
city. Yep.
That happens.
Tower.
That happens out here on the strip too. So
Yeah, but again, this is where the modern world you just call an Uber. And
Right.
they come to
Right.
you.
No, they're coming
Mhm.
specifically for you.
Yeah.
But can I also say though, just to point out, because I think this is one of the first scenes where like you start to hear the music of the movie. I understand this movie came out in 1987, but can we talk about how terrible the music is in the entire movie?
yes, yes.
Like it's just like the cheesy like the synthesizers and like the artificial like record scratching sounds and stuff, and then they occasionally
Oh,
like throw in
that was
the
the
vocal clip
music of
like
the
you're
day,
Mr.
my
Brown
friend.
guy and stuff. It's like, I get that this is the 80s, but like the music is really bad.
Oh,
The guy who did this music is not known to do great music.
soundtracks.
Like
It's an 80s comedy. I get it, but I'm just like,
shocking.
man, this is hard to listen
Shocking. John Hughes. Wow. John
Hey,
Hughes.
before we roll too much further, I forgot to say hello to our chat here real fast. Salmon Outdoors, welcome. Dempsey, hello. We still haven't forgotten Irene. CLS Studio is with us. Bobby Wold, love Bobby Wold. Melvin Deeply, our man from across the pond, welcome. Blair de Blair, get better, you damn wizard.
Wookie
is out there. Ducka. Zax, the all-knowing, all-seeing shoulders to the land of the north.
We got 2 Canadians in the chat.
What's up, Zax?
We may have reached our Canadian quota for the evening, friends.
It's enough.
Just don't let them get close to each other, or they do the Wonder Twins thing.
Vanquish AZ,
What's up, Vanquish?
hello, welcome. The oldest gamer. All right, fair enough. R2, the Icky, who did that delightful clip for us, is our intro. Bush McFadden is out there.
What up?
The Bush.
You. And I think that is everybody's out there. Sorry about that, folks.
We got the Gordon King. We got the Gordon King in here. We got
the Gordon King popped in. Oh, did he? Oh, there he is. He's there. He just jumped in. Our good friend, the Gordon King.
As well.
And America's 2001. Thank you for being here, folks. So, lost the cab, tripped over a big fucking box, looks down and sees this.
So, I want to point something out here. And this is the key to this whole movie, right? And Hughes and Candy do a great job with this. And like the character he plays, Del Griffith, has to be like annoying without being unlikable for this whole movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it wouldn't work
It's
otherwise.
so much
Yeah,
like
work.
he can't help it.
So okay, so the way I see this film, this is Home for the Holidays meets the Odd Couple. Is what this film is.
This is a type of comedy. This is a buddy comedy movie, and there are tons of them out there. You know, or the Abbott and Costello movies. You know, like you said, Bob Hope's movies with him and Bing Crosby.
Yeah,
you know, there's tons of them out there. Jerry
Dean
Lewis
Martin,
and Dean Martin.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah. Our good
Walter
friend
Matthau
Coco,
and Jack
I
Lemmon.
haven't seen pop in yet. Believes the entire story actually twists around. Well, actually, we'll save it. I'm going to save his comment for a little bit later.
There's a very dark fan theory about what's in there.
Copa!
There he is.
Oh, God damn it, Copa!
I like that. Now that would be a good plot point. That's a good plot point.
It's not a plot point. It's a truth.
Oh my God!
But if you know that from the beginning of the movie, it spoils the impact.
It takes all the fun out
Yeah.
of it.
He's going to hide the body somewhere around the country. That's the whole point.
Oh, what's in the box?
No, what's in the box?
Now I need to know what's in the box.
Don't look in the box.
The box. John Kerry here, and he's trying to basically bribe him to get his cat. John Kerry's a fucking cocksucker.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And while they're finagling and dealing, Del steals the cab. The cab just drives off, and he's like, "You've got my cab." Steve Martin's running.
That's the moment where we hear like the first bit of terrible music where it's got the clip, and he's like, "You're messing with the wrong guy," and like the weird DJ scratches and stuff. It's like, and then his briefcase gets run over, and all that.
He stops by the car, and Del's face is just this big moon with eyes.
John Candy.
Is this is before Uncle Buck, right?
Which is by far
right before,
which is an amazing film. Uncle Buck is amazing.
That's a John Hughes film, though.
Well,
I thought that was Chris Columbus.
Yeah, well, listen, I was trying to throw it in there.
Candy he died.
Just trying to get one by him.
And
You're right, actually. I think
even if it was a broken clock, it is right twice a day. So
there you go.
John Candy died 6 years after this movie. So this is wow.
Yeah.
Well, big living.
So
he gets there like nick of time, but he's running.
Get in, nerds!
The flights are all getting delayed. Hey, get in, nerds! Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are late, just like Neal is getting to the airport. So he makes a call to home, which is a lovely Dutch colonial. It's a fantastic house.
All I can think about is how much that house would cost these days. It's like a $500 house.
In the same neighborhood as the house that they used for Home Alone.
Here's my problem with the movie. Starts here. Though.
And
I don't have a lot of problems with the movie. That little motherfucker's hair stresses me out.
Oh, well, yeah. Look, he's
which one?
Well,
what's up, Eeyore?
Oh,
if you want a
70s bowl cut.
Yeah,
but it's not the 70s.
Like literally a bowl cut. Like they put a metal bowl on his head and snipped around it.
Not good.
No.
So he's calling to let his wife know, hey, I'm delayed. I'll try to show up. On a phone. Remember, this is
an actual rotary.
None of this shit works in the modern era because you have to have these devices to make it work. Otherwise, you're doing a period piece.
Okay, here's the thing. I got to interrupt right here, and we're getting ahead of ourselves. But that shot right there, he has the payphone fully up to his ear, up to his mouth. But there is a scene later in the movie where he's using a payphone, and he's like barely holding it with his fingertips, and it's like, so why is this payphone okay? But the one later in the movie, he's like barely trying to touch it.
It's a New York phone.
It's New York.
Isn't the later one like in some trucks?
Isn't he in New York right now? What's worse than New York City?
Or something hanging.
It's like some truck stop that's all messed up.
I would think that New York City would be worse. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
It was the 80s. It was bad.
It's like being in Los Angeles. Nobody wants to touch anything in LA. Like
get your Hep C on the phone.
Payphones were just gross. They were just gross.
That's why they don't exist anymore. And that's also why we have so much crime, because Superman doesn't have anywhere to change anymore.
And people no longer jingle jangle when they walk because their pockets are full of change.
Oh, no, nobody looks where they're walking now, though, because they're always on their phone.
That's also true.
Walking into traffic and to get hit by buses.
Natural selection.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. The Canadian.
Is this book
we've exchanged germs on.
Okay, you know what? The cover of that book doesn't. It's not. I don't think they mean the police. I'm just saying.
Maybe Vex has read that one.
I know. That's what I was going to say. Is she going to do a MSR reading of that book?
Yeah.
Zax, are you out there? Zax, I need a briefing on the Canadian Mounted. So Dill is peering over the Canadian Mounted. He's like, I know you.
I never forget a face, but I'll be damned if I can't remember your name.
John Candy.
You tried to steal my cab. And then he gets on the plane, and it gets worse.
Yeah,
because they fucked up, and while he was booked for first,
he paid for first class, but
you can get a copy of it on eBay for $13.73.
The Canadian Mounted?
Yeah.
Well, no. Okay. So
Shieldwall of Dragons. Merry Christmas to me.
No, you can't. So that book was made up for this movie, and then they took the title and made like a guidebook to this movie called The Canadian Mounted.
No,
yeah, it's a travel guide to planes,
on the panel
trains,
is
and
getting the Canadian Mounted.
I gotta buy this now.
Yeah.
She's like, well, you have your seat is in coach or whatever the hell they call regular cattle car.
It's coach
passengers.
Coach.
She has lovely hair though. She has wonderful 80s hair. It's fantastic.
This movie, I feel like this movie definitely became like the format for every Ben Stiller movie that Ben Stiller ever starred in, where it was just like everything that can possibly go wrong goes wrong.
Murphy's Law.
And it becomes horribly uncomfortable and cringy. This movie, I love this movie, and they pulled it off perfectly. But all the Ben Stiller movies where it's just like everything that can go wrong goes wrong, and you're just like, all right.
This follows a lot of the Out of Towners.
Oh, AJ.
Yeah.
late
And
60s,
this is
early
also
70s.
Good call, Shieldwall. Yep.
This is also certain scenes from this film become bits for like become bits for like Seinfeld or other sitcoms.
Yeah, just those little bits become
I
whole
love
episodes.
Seinfeld.
Little parts, yeah.
So we see Chicago is getting
It's
the
cold
storm
in
is
Chicago.
starting.
No.
It snows in Chicago. Shut up.
Oh, in
Canceled,
November?
canceled.
I've been there.
Oh,
Done
man.
that.
Everybody in Chicago trapped. Here is the ill-fated flight with Del and Neal on it.
Dude,
Everybody had
this
to
is
sit
so
next to each
Uh-huh.
other.
If you,
Oh,
if
and
you
he
ever,
takes his shoes off. No.
yeah, if you've ever watched the extended, like the deleted scenes for this scene goes on much longer in the extended cut, and it's actually funny. It's actually funny. They cut out a lot of good jokes.
Look at their shoes
sounds
off
terrible.
on the plane, and then their
Oh, yeah.
socks. And I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, where did we find space here?
My dogs are broken today.
Bro,
Yeah.
Oh, and he
so
waves his sock around.
uncomfortable.
No.
I was so uncomfortable
Look at how
here.
much space they have. Look at how
Okay,
much
but then
space
look,
they have in their
the guy,
seat these days.
the guy
Look at that.
sitting next to Steve Martin in that scene, he was in Home Alone.
Yeah.
Remember when the mom is trying to like swap tickets with people, and she's like talking to this lady, and she's like, "Oh, I got these plane tickets and these earrings, whatever." And he comes over, she's like, "Oh, she's got a bunch of earrings, a whole shoebox full of them dangly ones." That's him. That's the guy from Home Alone.
I've seen at least 5 actors in the background or actresses from other stuff, like who play regular.
All John Hughes stuff. Yeah.
Like back when we had the airport scene with the Canadian romance novel, there's a dude in the background there you've seen in like science fiction movies. I can't remember his name right now. You know.
I love Dell's eyes just pop open. You know, I forget the little quote. You know,
It's just
like,
something
"Dying
about
to know that we're not landing in Chicago tonight."
Yeah.
With his eyes closed again.
Here's the thing about Dell that scene right there tells you. So he's a shower curtain salesman, right?
Shower curtain ring salesman.
Shower curtain ring salesman. The fact that he can afford to fly around on that
right
means that he's a very good salesman.
That may be true.
What kind of money are you making just selling shower curtain rings? Not even shower curtain.
That may be true, but back then flying was dirt cheap.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not like it is
true.
now.
That's true.
Like
It's
now,
funny.
flying one city over is like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah,
Back
but he's
then,
selling
Chicago
shower
Because-
curtain rings.
Because he's the widow killer. He goes around killing widows and stuffing them in his trunk.
Yeah.
His
Stealing
trunk
their
is
money
full
to
of
finance
the
trips.
trunk is full of lost.
Well, we don't know what's in the trunk. Well, we do know what's in the trunk. We just won't.
So guys,
Why does he drag it around with
that
him?
scene where the wife is watching TV waiting for the call, she's actually watching She's Having a Baby in the background, which didn't even release yet to the following year.
Yeah, somebody mentioned that in the chat.
Is
Yeah,
she
it's wild.
still reading the Canadian Mounted?
She's reading the deluxe version, the big one.
The coffee table.
The one with the pictures in it and,
Yeah.
guidebook.
That's the kind of book I need because I don't know how to read. I just need pictures.
There you go.
So they're talking about hotels, and he's like, "Yeah, I called everywhere."
Like, as soon as we got off the plane, I called the hotel. You called your wife, and it's like making him feel like a dick for calling his wife first. Like,
Right?
Here's Ben
It is another one.
Ben Stein.
Bueller. Bueller.
All flights are delayed. We apologize.
Bueller.
Like, how does it feel to always be hired as someone who just needs to be really boring?
Well, he
Go back to that last
Does it
shot.
well.
Your like helmet logo like totally lined up with that dude's head.
He's also Ben Stein is a financial.
That's so
When
perfect.
I was in Wichita, friends.
he got in Ferris Bueller. He was an actual teacher.
Yeah.
He did that stuff, and that was just him explaining economics, and it was so
Voodoo
boring.
economics.
But the thing is, Ben Stein's an actual like financial genius. He actually
he's
made
a
a lot
smart
of money.
dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
he's
wasn't an
brilliant.
actor
Yeah.
when he started out.
Yeah.
They just put him in
Mhm.
there and had him teach the class.
But
So
that's
now,
also like when they had Arlie Ermy as a consultant
Oh,
on
yeah,
the set
yeah.
of Full Metal Jacket, and then finally they pulled the actor out, and they were like, "You're in," and he's like, "Okay," and he's got in there and just
Oh, he
screamed
was
at all the
perfect,
actors
yeah.
for 45 minutes. And
Mhm.
So now they're off to the Rape You, Rob You Inn because he doesn't want to sleep by a garbage can. Now he's recognizing the case because he didn't see that before. He's like, you. This cab.
This cab.
Hilarious.
It was so uncomfortable.
I love this cab.
I would take that cab.
Oh, hell yeah. I like how they're just driving around town. He's like, he's proud of where he's from.
It's like, oh, he wants to show him where, he wants to show him around. Take it back.
Black in the middle of the night.
Why aren't we on the freeway?
And Dell just knows Dell knows everyone everywhere. He just knows everyone.
Yeah.
Are those boobs? Those are boobs.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's the kind of cab you want to drive. I know.
I know. This is like
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, I got dizzy. I got a little dizzy there. The Braidwood Inn? Yeah, Braidwood Inn.
Got it.
Braidwood Inn.
And clearly a prostitute.
Where they get robbed.
Making a deal. And he's like, oh.
Griffith. How the hell are you? I'm still about $1 million shy of being a millionaire.
This guy did in a bunch of stuff too,
Yep.
right? Like Western and whatever.
Oh, yeah. So now they're getting ready to pay. This is something, if you're paying attention, you see what happens.
Knucklebusters. Wow, that's old school.
They hand Dell's card back to Steve Martin.
Yes, they're both at Diners Club cards too.
They look similar.
And they get swapped. And no one notices for a long
Okay, so I have a big.
It doesn't matter because later they all get melted in the car fire, but
Sure.
Yep.
So that's
Yeah.
true,
Also,
but the
Roman, you
thing
should
is,
check Twitter soon.
R2's
R2's done it again.
One of my legit criticisms of this movie is the whole credit card thing. Because you remember how I said he has to have a fine line between Dell being annoying or being
Likeable, yeah.
Yes.
And the credit card scene, like if they had gone back to this where it wasn't his fault, he got the card, and somehow Steve Martin's character knew that would have made that scene later on work out much better. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if there was some way that he had gotten the card another way or whatever. Because that's my one real criticism scene that almost made Dell's character unlikable because there was no explanation for how he got the credit card.
Right.
Like we, the audience, knew, but Steve Martin's character had no reason to believe him. So,
Yeah.
That's also why no matter what I do, whenever I get my card back from somebody, I always look at it and make sure that it's mine.
Oh God, dude.
Yes,
Yeah.
you should.
Yeah.
every time, yeah.
What did Vex do? What did Vex do, Mando?
Oh, I was talking about R2. R2 created a new meme.
You put a new thing.
Oh, Lord.
It's amazing. It's wonderful.
Oh my God.
I love it so much.
Let me
That
find
is
it here.
funny.
Do you want me to send it to you directly?
Real life anecdote. I went to a hotel in Florida for a
you may
convention,
need to.
and my
I got
credit
too
company
much
almost
work
got
to
me
do.
arrested.
Oh shit!
Yeah, on Twitter.
Jeez.
Why
I
did it
paid-
have the Canadian Mounties?
I paid for the hotel with the credit card weeks in advance, cleared. I paid for the trip with their other credit card because I used to have good credit.
I just
before.
saw it,
Still lose.
Mando.
I get to Florida, and
I can totally
try
see this too.
I have to give the hotel the credit card to finally snap it in. It comes back as an illegal transaction, and he called the cops.
Oh God.
Oh, it's not letting me move the thing. Hang on, guys.
Yeah.
There.
Don't
Oh,
touch
I
it.
just
Don't
messed
move
up
your
everything.
thing. What are you moving your thing for?
Start
Boomer moment.
by wiping.
What did you do, man? Roman, what'd you do?
I don't know what I did, but I did something.
By wiping.
Go all the way back.
You can start by wiping that
Whitey?
dumbass smile.
Whitey.
Automobile.
White bear.
Wheels on a seat.
That would be Roman.
For the way you're speaking
Yeah.
to me.
That was Roman in Vegas.
You don't care.
That's Roman on most streets.
Well,
That
was Roman. I can see Roman.
That was
doing
pretty
Not
much
in
the
it.
scene
yeah.
that gave the
Not
movie
in
an
it.
R rating
it.
because it's
I
like,
love it.
as we all know, with movies, you're allowed like maybe one F-bomb for a PG-13.
Yeah,
but after that, it's like, okay, so that whole rant, that whole tirade, it's like that's why it's an R rating.
Yeah, there's about 17 in there, which is and they're worth every.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
So they get to the room and then they realize,
oh no,
he's just kind of going over the room, drinking.
And it's not even a king size bed. I'd sleep on the floor at that point, man. I'm just like, nah, I'm good.
You want to take a shower? Oh, not with me.
Hey, I think showing that thing might have caused an echo or something.
Oh, what's happening?
Oh, yeah, we got an echo.
Yeah.
We do. From where?
It started when you shared that video. I think.
Oh, yeah, when you're like sharing your own.
Close that tab. Yeah.
Yeah. Close the tab.
I'm going to close that. I'm going to close this. I'm going to minimize it. I'm going to get rid of this. Whatever the fuck that is going to.
Language.
Still have it? Is it still there?
No, I think we're good now.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, you're good.
We're good now.
All right.
Stop opening windows, Roman. I'm just kidding.
I don't know what I'm doing. Everyone knows that. They send me things. They're like, show the things, Roman. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
You can't have eBay open looking for that.
If you don't already know, it's really easy to trigger Roman. If you throw something, if you throw a wrench in the spokes, he just goes all over.
Callers echoing.
Number two.
Hey, Dempsey was just blaming me for echoing. It wasn't my fault. It was Roman's fault.
Yeah, we got
echoing again. Sharing effect in StreamYard.
Let's see. Hold on.
Who's you figured out last time.
Echo.
God damn.
Is it me?
Shit.
Well, anyway, at this point, me and Roman are reenacting the bedroom. I mean,
there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Roman.
What's up, Jay?
I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do this time. I've got a handle on it this time. I'm going to not share audio. No.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, there's a checkbox for that. I was about to say that.
Yeah. And then uncheck that. Fuck you.
Well, apparently I'm getting blamed for this now.
No,
What the shit? Fuck.
There we go. There we go. We're good. We're back, people. We're live.
But we can echo on purpose if you want us to.
All right. I don't know how many people we lost there. Sorry about that. That was all John's fault.
You're what about that?
What?
Shut
up. What about that?
So now they're in the cola. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
So he's in the shower, and you're looking at the rings. Yep, those are Dell's rings.
The rings.
Hey, Jay, welcome.
What's up, buddy?
Good to see you out there.
What's up, Jay?
And Dell's just getting into the bed and starting to put quarters in and vibrating. It's very strange.
The magic fingers. The magic fingers. Oh, yeah.
And then the water turns off.
I missed the echo already. Thank you, America. The water turns back on. He's like, Oh. What's his wife's name? Marie?
Who cares?
Marie?
She's dead. Who cares?
No, it's
Jesus.
I can't remember her name.
That is some sweet 80s hair.
It's Marie.
God, yeah.
It's Marie. It is Marie.
Yeah, you're right.
Water shuts off.
Shieldwall. This is like every shower that you take on a Navy ship. The water shuts off, the water
it's not like the shower you take on a Navy ship because there's not enough dudes in there with you.
Wow. An unfortunate reality, my friends.
Hotel water pressure sucks. The best way you can deal with it, it's not true everywhere, is if you have to get a hotel, like a hotel is like multi-story, get as close to the roof as possible for your room.
Yeah.
Because they pump all the water to the
Don't go to the Braidwood Inn in Wichita, Kansas. How about
that?
Stay away from that place.
Yeah.
So Dell smokes like a chimney through this movie as well.
I can relate.
He looks comfortable though. Look at him. He's got his picture of his wife, the vibrating bed.
He has shit.
Turn on the vibrating bed. He's got beer. Beer explodes all over the bed.
There was a pizza supposedly ordered we didn't see.
Right.
Yeah,
was
when
it
did that happen?
$68 cheese pizza though?
I don't understand.
No, towel in the bathroom.
No
beer.
Did Dell come in while he was in the shower and do this?
That looks like,
Del-
that looks
Del-
like he's in there with a chick.
Okay,
I like the
my
I like the-
ADD. Okay, I see this, and my OCD just went into overdrive.
Well,
I'm like,
Right?
well, look at
so
he drank half a thing of Pepto and there's gas pills everywhere. Like yeah,
and his
What?
Listerine
I would
bottle.
sleep standing up in this hotel.
look at that thing.
Wait, what else? Hold on. What else is in there?
Actually slept in a hotel like
What
this
else?
before.
There was
It's
a lot like the
terrifying.
Pepto,
He
there's
used all the
gas.
towels. He used all the towels.
Yeah,
They're all used.
Some kind of
Listerine.
sex
Copa.
lube. I don't know what that's there
God,
for.
Copa.
well, her body's decayed by this point. Copa.
Oh, Copa.
I know our people know about
Oh.
carrying people around. countries
Spoiler
in trunk.
alert, man.
Wait,
Oh
is
my
that
God.
hemorrhoid cream?
It looked like it.
Yeah.
It could
Right
be.
there,
It could
yeah.
very well be.
Preparation
I don't
I think
know.
he's got a whole
Yeah.
pharmacy up there.
Yeah, he's got, like,
honestly. Look at
medical-
even
He's
in
got-
the
he's got
bag, like the
hemorrhoid
stuff
cream,
that
he's
hasn't
got
been
Vi-
removed
he's
from
got
the
What I
bag
think
yet.
happens,
It's
though,
like,
is that he puts the
It is
he's
hemorrhoid
robbed a
cream on.
CVS
He applies the cream and then puts his hands in the gas pill bottle and then pulls.
or
it out.
gets the hose again.
it is very telling that Del has no home life. That he lives wherever
Yeah,
he is.
he has no wife anymore. So
Oh God!
And again,
Oh,
this is disgusting.
This is a fact. Like I had some like PTSD flashbacks from this scene because I've actually had to stay in a place like this before, and
Oh,
it
Lord.
was
This-
and I was staying with 3 other girls because we were
Oh,
traveling.
No.
So-
I
It
wanna
was
say,
so bad. It was horrible.
How many times did Steve Martin slip and fall on that floor trying to film?
Right.
this
Oh,
scene?
trying to yeah.
Oh,
I wish they would have kept in the scene they cut out with the kid who delivers the pizza and Del Griffith's just an asshole to him, and then you realize why he comes back and robs from them. See, there's a lot
so
of
that's the
little-
kid. Oh, okay,
Yeah, he's
that
a
makes-
prick. Del's just a prick to him.
Got
It's
it.
funny, and they cut it out, and then that's why they just make you think he
That's
just
too
got robbed just because. But he was actually
So
an
that was
asshole
also
to the
his
kid.
fault.
Yeah, it was his fault. But I can see
Yeah.
why they took that out because of what Matt said. He would
Ah.
have been extremely unlikable at that point.
Right. No,
Right.
and that makes 100%. You have to have him be likable, even though he's a fuck up.
Yeah, there's a
this was
4-hour
great
cut of this movie somewhere.
Oh, wow.
There's
One thing I
4
tell-
hours of this film.
There's almost 4 hours. He cut it down to an hour and 30 minutes.
That's
Oh
one thing
my
about
God.
Del. He is
Look at
getting
the
them from
horror on Joker.
It's all deleted scenes. If you I own the DVD. If you it is like an hour, 2 almost 2.5 hours worth of DVD,
God.
extra scenes.
I wish
Holy
that,
shit.
if somebody clipped that, hit the look on Joker's face when you said
Yeah. Oh my! Wow.
Well, I'm sure that they.
Oh.
I mean, a lot
You
of the stuff in this
you
was
need to-
ad libbed as well. It's
That's
like
a torture device.
you know, you had they have their the part that they need to hit the line with, but then there's this whole ad lib part leading up to that, and then it's
Yeah.
the line part. So I'm sure
Right.
there are a lot of different ways they did things, and probably
Yeah.
and I'm sure they were all fucking hilarious. And you
Well,
just got
John,
to
John Hughes fought with the studio. He wanted like a longer cut, and they said,
And
"No, you got to
also-
get it down."
on the Del likability thing. The Del is the one getting them from place to place. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, when she's
Yeah.
watching the news later, the flights opened up in Chicago.
Yeah,
If they had just fucking stayed there, they would have gotten out.
But see,
Yeah.
that's how it always goes. You make a decision.
Oh yeah.
Like
And then
what
it's
line
the
you're going to
wrong
get in
decision.
for the
It's a bad
at
decision.
the checkout, and you'll see
Yeah.
one that goes faster, so you get in that line, and that one slows up, and then the one
Yes.
you were in goes fast.
And that's what
So-
happened. Yeah.
Yep. It's a
Always.
bad
If they had
decision.
just stayed in
Every single
Chicago,
time.
he would have been home in a couple hours. But nope.
But
instead
then if
he's
you
drinking
stay,
his beer,
but then if you stay, then your line never moves, and the other one
Yep.
goes fast.
Yep.
So,
that's true.
Should
There's
I
no
stay or
winning.
should I
There's
go
no
now?
winning.
there is sometimes winning. I just have not seen
Yeah,
it myself. in
This
my
scene
personal
too.
Oh, yeah, when he's
Oh,
cracking
yeah.
his knuckles and his
Yeah.
neck. And he's-
So it starts off though with like I'm really sorry about the beer, Neil. It's
You're
like,
really what?
oh,
You're on a
What did you
vibrating
think
bed.
would
What did you think was
you
going to
had
happen?
on a vibrating bed. Well, I didn't know it was going to happen. Well, you didn't think about it. No, I have to sleep in a puddle of beer. I said I was sorry. All right, I just want to go to sleep.
I've slept in worse.
Every noise known to man
Jesus
comes
Christ.
out of
Well, you
him.
can sleep in a puddle of beer. Ain't that bad.
Joker's not talking about beer.
I've slept in worse.
And here's where she's watching in news.
Oh, this is the scene where she's watching. Yeah, she's having a baby. Yeah.
I wonder if where's her copy of
Canadian Mounted? Oh, she's done with that. She did what she had to do. Now she's gonna get some rest. Yeah. She misses her husband. What can I say?
Farting, squeaking, twitching, cracking.
Oh, you meant
I
Dell.
would have.
No, Dell.
I thought you meant the wife. I was like, wait. What kind of movie is that? That's not in the extended cut.
You didn't watch the right movie, Roman. Oh,
God,
that explains the 6 black dudes. Okay.
What? I might enjoy that.
Yeah,
I might enjoy that cut of the film.
Apparently, I have tuned into the wrong live stream here.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I don't know what he's doing now. He's making more noise, and Neal's just getting
cracking
more and
his
more annoyed with
knuckles
every
clearing
sound
his
he
sinuses.
Clearing his sinuses.
Then he gets up and then he starts screaming at him. Yeah, there.
I will die if I don't clear my sinuses.
He lost his shit.
Well, my wife likes me, my customers like me, and I like me. You're just a dick, man.
You play with your balls a lot.
Yeah. Now the ball thing is until later. Right now, he basically just unloads on these like, hey, what's up with your anecdotes? You know what might make them interesting? If they went anywhere. And he's like, you're like one of those chatty Cathy dolls. I wouldn't pull the string. You'd be pulling it. And it just goes
Chatty
on.
Cathy doll.
It's like for 3 minutes of him just yelling at Dell. And then Dell just kind of melts into this big doughy mess. And it's just so funny.
In this scene, I am just like, dear Lord, give me cancer now.
Anyway, the yelling, just him breaking down everything that has been annoying him for the last several minutes.
And he knows it though. Too, he's probably been told this before.
Maybe.
You know.
Well, you got to remember that Dell's friendly, but he probably doesn't spend a lot of his like in-room time with other people at all.
Oh, yeah, that close to other humans.
So, he's got nobody to keep him in check. He's like a director that doesn't have anybody to keep him in check and just does crazy stuff in his movie.
You're 100% right. And even the scenes, it's kind of sad because he's trying to convince himself that is like everybody, all these people like him. He likes himself, and it's like, oh, you poor bastard.
And Dell is used to years of these hotels being his home and acting totally relaxed and whatever. Whereas Steve Martin is very much in the, oh my God, I have to travel. I hate hotels. Like, totally incompatible like for this trip in terms of about playing out.
Well, especially the lodging that Dell is accustomed to, vice what Neal is accustomed to when he's staying. They don't live in the same world.
Neal's white collar, Dell is blue collar, and back in the 80s that was a big thing.
Yeah, Odd Couple. This is an Odd Couple travel film.
And this is where Dell is like, I'm an easy target. I get it. But I like
Dempsey's comment.
Pa's wife likes me.
Housekeeping.
You want me to pillow? You want a happy ending?
Yes.
Yeah, he wasn't a
John Candy was. He was in the Ghostbusters in the Blues Brothers as well.
Yeah. Wagons
He's
East.
often regarded as honestly like one of the nicest people in Hollywood, and even actually they wanted him for Honey I Shrunk the Kids, and he said no. He's like, that's not my speed. Like, give it to my friend Rick Moranis. Like, he would actually like turn down roles, but then be like, oh, but you should hire this person, and like pass off roles to his friends.
Yeah,
this was a legitimately just nice person. Guy. Yeah.
So here's
you youngins might not remember this, but all these comedians like him and Martin and Bill Murray and all them, they like the Americans Saturday Night Live in Canada. There was Second City Television, which is kind of the same sort of concept.
That's right.
And they all came out of those two things. Like John Belushi went from SCTV to Saturday Night Live, and so they were all friends. These are these comedians from back then.
And really, it's like, could you imagine him being,
chiclets.
What's his name, Zelensky and Honey I Shrunk the Kids? Like, that role was so perfect for Rick Moranis, but it's like John Candy, I can't even imagine that. Like,
he's got Cracker Jacks. Look at that. Oh man.
He's got everywhere. There is shit everywhere.
Those aren't pillows.
My OCD is just at like It's
I'm
like
trying to think the last time I had chiclets. It was probably in a
Joker voice is
MRE.
just climbing the walls at this point. Like, I can't watch this.
No, I gotta get out of here.
He's probably like, let me out of here.
When he
Send me back to Arkham, please. Send me back to Arkham.
Well, so Del kisses his ear. I somehow missed that, and that wakes him up. He's like, Del, why did you kiss my ear? My
Yeah, me and Roman may have.
Where's your
done this
other
in Vegas.
hand?
Where's your other hand?
Between two
your
pillows.
pillows.
Me and Roman are
Those
gonna
are
reenact this in
pillows?
Vegas. 2024.
Italian.
Me and you, Roman. Me and you, buddy.
Yeah,
You Italians, I'm just telling you, you guys
Get
are
up.
We'll reenact
Oh
it.
yeah, did you
Just for
see
sight.
The,
just
see
for-
the big game
Well-
yesterday? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Like,
I was in the Bears game.
Bears.
Yeah.
Just so cliche. It's just like, ugh, God.
You gotta go
stop it.
put flannel shirts on now. Yeah.
Well, Cannoli, if you can get me into a hotel that has a fucking coffee maker in the room, you
Yeah,
can be
this
my
time you'll
co-host
get. Yeah, we'll find you one that ours had a coffee maker. So
You were right across the street. I don't understand.
exactly.
I was so
I
disappointed.
picked the right
Um,
one.
I'm so stupid. No, this, oh God, this
no,
part.
this scene.
Ugh.
Oh no.
Oh, this part. No.
No.
Hey Neil, if you're gonna
No!
watch it, take my
He's
socks out of
washing
the
his
sink.
face, he's trying to get it
Oh,
out. Then he looks
uh,
down. He's like, oh God, no, he's dry.
Ah!
Make sure you take the stuff out of the.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when I was in technical training, my roommate wanted to do that. Wash his socks in the sink. I'm like, just
Why?
down
What
to the
the
because
absolute fuck?
because the washing machine was always backed up. If you
I
ever
see.
lived in a dorm,
Yeah.
it's so hard
Always.
stealing crap out of
Just
your
quicker and
washing
easier to do it.
machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to like watch your
My
lungs like
God.
a hawk.
Right.
A lot of people just took it out and threw it behind the machine or whatever.
Whew. So now he's phone call
That's a
number 3.
weird.
I'm
That's a
traveling
weird
with
breakfast.
weird-
What's a muffin? What is she having? Bagels?
Yeah,
English
she was having
muffin?
English muffins.
Bagels and sausage.
No, they're
It's
English
a
muffins.
raisin,
English
it's
muffin.
a raisin
Yeah.
bagel or English muffin, and
How that work?
that's not a brown and serve because it's more of a cylindrical shape. The brown and serve is more flat on the edge. Know your sausages, my friends.
Are you,
That's what I
are you
always
telling
say.
us you're the expert weenie guy here? You're.
This is probably all food from the food,
Okay, but
food
here
table for the
Man.
film.
Well, that's
coffee
back when
creamer
food had
in
real food
whatever
in it.
he's eating.
That's
his
true.
oatmeal or
Yeah.
cereal, whatever. He's putting coffee creamer in it. Like they don't have
Oh,
milk.
he's
in
just
there.
putting creamer?
Like,
Yeah.
Yes, Jay, we believe so.
Oh.
that is
I
the same
think so.
house.
I think
Probably. It's a lovely house. Lovely house. So he's smoking again. Every fucking place he is smoking.
Remember, it's the '80s, man. That shit was allowed back then. Like
Look,
you
he's
can
got a
smoke in
he
any
put a cigarette
establishment.
out.
God, I miss those.
It is.
Those-
He
and
put a
what's funny
cigarette
is
out
they
in
would
his
ask-
grapefruit.
They
Ew.
would ask, like, "Oh, do you want smoking or non-smoking?" Like the smoke is going to stay in the smoking section and not drift
Right?
across the restaurant.
You know what?
Yeah, right.
You know what? Bring those days back. Bring them
I'm
back.
old enough to remember when they didn't even ask. Every
Yeah,
What
they
is
didn't
this
even care.
fucking
Yeah,
link
you're just like,
behind
oh,
Steve
you,
Martin
you
doing?
just
Look
get
at
what
that
you
thing.
get. Like, you're
That
gonna sit here
poor
and spend the
thing.
next
He
year's gonna be
probably
smoking.
he's
Deal with it.
just traumatized.
There's a
over
fox
there.
back there. There's a what the hell?
Yeah, it's like we're eating at Jacob's house. What is that?
You know,
The
goddamn
family
well,
establishment.
What?
There's people back here with babies, and you're just up there smoking a cigarette. No big deal. Nobody cares. It's fine. Like, everything's
So he looks at
fine.
his wallet.
Hey,
There's
I-
no money. He immediately
keep-
blames Dell.
I keep my raccoon heads in the garage. Okay.
That
Okay.
is-
hope so.
You know, it's
different.
strange,
That's
but
an actual
I'll take it.
trophy
I'll take it.
for warfare.
You're supposed to bury them in your under your concrete where you put up your new awning in your backyard.
Yes,
Oh.
that's where the hamsters are. So he's like he's blaming him.
I
He's
don't
like,
think we
"I
need
didn't
to hear
steal
about
a
your
lot of things.
hamsters,
I'm not a
Roman.
thief." What's up?
I don't think we need to hear about your hamsters, Roman.
Oh no, well, there's only one that actually got buried. I get blamed for a lot more, but it was only one, and it died a natural death. So then they realize they've been robbed. Uh-oh, you dumb fucks. Now they have no money. They pay with a credit card.
This part's
So I
funny.
guess actually technically Dell is paying at this point. He
Yeah.
just doesn't know it because Steve Martin's been using Dell's card, but he doesn't know he's
Yeah.
using the card.
Yep.
And here we go. Here's your scene.
Oh my God, this is just gold.
And also,
Uh,
just for people that don't understand, how they're doing this is if you're doing that old card thing with the paper and all, it took a week or more for all that to hit the banks. So you can float a check like a check you knew was going to bounce. You could actually stretch it for 4 or 5 days and do some things and then try to cover it up later.
Floating. I believe it's called floating the check.
Yeah, you'd float the check for like your rent or something, and then hope you got paid on time.
Yeah, it's not a good practice, kids. So hopefully that we don't get back to that under our current administration. So they're waiting for I think it's the hotel. It's the manager's son or something. Am I right? Or someone it's one of Dell's connections. Sent their son to pick them up. And it's funny because the kids, Owen is his name, and they're driving up and they're like, "Is that him?" And he's like, "God, I hope not." And he gets out and he's just like, "Oh Lord."
Does that this actor, like I couldn't, like I know he played this role, but I cannot normally imagine this actor playing this type of role.
He's been in a bunch of stuff. Like
he's been in a lot of movies,
FBI agents and all kinds of things.
Just making noise. Could you talking about going to Wichita to get to the train? And he's like, "Well, the people train's not in Wichita; it's in whatever Fuckville, near.
That's
which is
fine.
not near Wichita. It's like 30 miles away." So they shake hands. Then he spits in his hand and wipes it off. Then he shakes Steve Martin's hand first because he's disgusting but unaware. Oh God! Just the side characters, man. The side characters in this just make it. They make an amusing story more amusing, except for Joker, who hates
this guy. Yeah, this guy makes Andrew Tate look like an amateur.
For real. Yes.
There are really people like this. Like
look, it's Mando.
Yeah.
There's Mando. Baby Mando.
Little Mando.
Because they're getting ready to put the trunk in the back of the car, and he's like, "Oh, she'll get it."
The baby came out sideways. And she's
skinny, but she's strong.
Yeah, she's skinny, but she's strong.
Oh no!
And look at the look on her face. Like she's like
coming out sideways.
She's all about it, man. She's like, "Let me get in that trunk." Like,
she also looks like she's just traumatized. Like, this is my life, and I must.
She in Fargo or something like that?
I disagree. It looks like she wants to kill them. Like they're weak.
She's gonna murder. Well, there's one body around going on
murderized.
Yeah.
Hasn't this actress been in like Fargo or some other thing where she plays somebody from like Minnesota or whatever?
Probably. I mean, they find some hill seed looking lady and they use it for everything.
Hill seed.
Jesus.
Wow.
Little do they know.
Riding to Bumfuckville. I don't know the name of the town, in the back of the truck to get to the train. And he's like, it's a little bit farther. It's Wichita's like under the road, but this is like, maybe 30, 40 minutes. It's clearly a lot longer than that.
30, 40 miles.
Little they know that they have a dead body in the back of it.
Oh, they're trying to get gloves, but there's a dog back there that won't let them get the gloves.
I love this. I looked at the actor who played Owen's wife. Apparently, she only did like 5 things ever.
Wow.
And Owen was one of them. I'm joking. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. That was terrible. Get it? Owen was one because the babe. Never mind. You guys suck. I'm getting a different panel next week. As they're riding into. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Uh-oh.
Vex!
Hi guys.
Hello, Vex. Welcome.
How
are
you all
Vex?
today?
I am so happy that you are here because I am dying inside, and the only reason I'm here is because of you, dear. So.
Oh my goodness! Do you not like this movie, Joker?
No,
I honestly can't stand it.
Yeah, he was promised brown girl magic
Wow!
scissoring.
Can't stand it.
Yeah,
I know, right? I don't know.
Believers,
I don't,
right?
I don't even know him sometimes. It's very confusing to all of us.
He is a villain.
He is a villain.
Really? Like, I watched this movie for the first time, I think earlier this year, because we did it on MMM, and I fell in love with it. I think it's phenomenal.
Oh,
my goodness.
There you go, Joker.
Who hurt you? Oh my gosh.
I am. When there was, as I said earlier, there was just something about this film that I don't like. And then when I saw it directed by John Hughes, I'm like, and there it is. I am not a. I don't know.
You don't like John Hughes?
Did I stutter?
Vex is like younger than you, and she likes.
Oh
she
my
likes these movies.
god! What is?
It's okay.
I know. I know.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to ask
love
if
him.
the problem is with you rather than the
If you're
movie.
asking,
Disappointed in you, baby. I'm not going to scissor anymore around you. Mm-mm.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay, don't. Okay,
Those are some fighting words.
Yeah.
don't go lying now. Stop it.
Glass.
Don't go lying now. Come on now.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
So
What is
son,
happening in the chat right now?
son, who's your
Hairball.
Yes, Whitey. Joker just asked if he stuttered.
Yes.
I know.
Oh, what is happening?
See, when he says it, it's funny. When I say it, I get hit with an HR suit. So, let's see, whatever.
Well, you are kind of an asshole, Roman.
I am.
You're a good
I
friend.
don't want to say anything, but
So they show up here in Bumfuckville, and Steve Martin, he asks, what do you think the temperature is? John Kendrick says, 1.
one.
It's great.
Even the dog is like, fuck you.
Yeah. You're fucking cold, man.
Oh, Lord. Damn it, Whitey. So now they're at the train station. He's buying more, he's like, yeah, we can't ride together. I'm assuming
he's just doing anything he can
for the car.
For the love of God.
So he's still got Bill's credit card.
They don't have two seats right next to each other, so we're gonna be separated. Yes.
Okay.
It's a gift. He keeps trying to give money. No,
give me your address. No, fuck you.
For the love of God.
I don't want you to know where I live.
Wait for me, please.
Oh, fuck, I will.
He's so happy.
Oh, poor Dell.
And now he's talking to the girl. He's like, first of all, which is inappropriate. She's
if this was made today, this would not happen.
Right.
Yeah, so going home for the holidays? Like
my name,
me too.
My name's Joe. Do you want to? Anyway.
But he was saying he's going home for Thanksgiving.
You want to ride an Air Force One?
Oh my god!
Yeah, do you like
and that was it for the show, folks. It's been nice. The FBI will be with us shortly.
Yep.
And we'll be
you ever been in a
them.
Turkish prison?
You ever been in a and now
it's just a small island. It's just a small island. It's fine.
Very small.
The train makes this terrible, horrible, grinding, hissing sound. And
wait, how'd that go again? Do that again.
Grinding, hissing.
That if the train made that sound, then
one more time, please.
Yeah,
I can only do it twice. Then actually, Mrs. of the Empire will come.
Sound like someone's IBS is acting up.
But can you do it backwards?
Somebody's lactose intolerant in here? Don't drink milk, Roman.
Yeah, you shouldn't have had that pint of ice cream.
Yeah.
Lactose intolerance.
Stop drinking the whiskey, man. It's messing up your insides.
And now they're like, are they talking about smoke? And now their train shut down. And he's just like, fuck my life. Yeah. And they're telling me, just walk about a mile and a half that way towards the freeway, which is just
fuck off.
And look at Dell. Dell's like, dead bodies are heavy. Yeah, corpses are heavy to carry.
So who is this person blowing up our chat right now? John, is he one of yours?
Mr. PP? I don't know who that is.
I know not either.
Hold on a second.
Is he in my chat?
Not one of mine.
No, he's not in mine.
Not in mine.
Not mine.
No, he's actually in my chat. I just don't. I don't know who you are. Dead bodies are heavy. All right. Well, we'll let it ride a little bit. No, mods on strict exact. Yeah, no.
We're just not quite sure because it's definitely not a sex bot, but it's like, what do we do? Should we?
It's not normal. It's not normal interaction, Mr. PP. If that's your real name, sir. So they're now getting directed.
And if it is, I feel very sorry for you,
Mrs. PP's husband.
Oh my God!
Thank you, Whitey. That's incredibly helpful.
It's Kevin Bacon.
Dell's like, you piece of shit.
Oh, okay. Well, now that I know that, okay, that's much better. So now he sees him. He's like, fuck, Dell's dragging that fucking heavy goddamn case everywhere, and they pick it up, and now they're carrying it together. Now they're getting ready to travel by bus, and this is funny because Dell's like, you ever traveled by bus before? And he's like, no. He's like, your trip's not going to get better.
Your mood's not going to change.
I am just happy. I am just happy that this film was so. Just go back to one screen. Go back. I'm so glad that this film was very forward thinking and representing the trans community in Missouri.
Yes, absolutely.
Also, is that a hamster on that guy's knee?
I think that's a mouse.
Oh,
those are mice. Those are mice.
Those are some mice.
Mice.
Well, why is he traveling with mice? Who travels with mice?
Look at the guy. I mean,
look at him.
Is that Roman space? No. Yes.
He's a little touched.
So now they're on the horrible.
I remember those old buses.
No, you know what I remember? The chick in the bottom left corner with the headband and the hair. A million women had that hairstyle with headbands back in the 80s.
This lady here?
Yeah.
Everyone.
That was like the 80s chick headband hairstyle.
I did not know.
And you can smell the Aquanet.
Look at the military dudes. You used to have to travel in your dress uniform. It sucked.
Oh no! There's always
when you were on official
in these movies,
travel.
They always take some military guys on
the background.
That's because it was a real thing. Like if you were traveling around on orders, you had to wear all that.
Yeah.
Now,
I had to travel by.
Is it just me, or does John Candy's beverage cup seem a little too small for him?
I think it's probably a normal size.
Because he's a large man.
Candy makes it look small. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And what's up with the screenshot? He looks like he's being possessed.
These nuts taste so good.
Look in the back.
Look at Neal's face. Look at Steve Martin's face. Though, looking at Dell in utter disgust.
Look over Steve Martin's shoulder at the black dude with the hat. I can't. Is that Tony Todd? Candyman?
I don't know.
I've seen so many cameos in these movies, in this movie already, you know? It's like you get, every time you see it, you got to wonder. I gotta
there's this young
that
couple.
That whole scene right there made me very uncomfortable. I was like, what the heck?
They did this scene way better in Dogma.
Oh, I vaguely remember Dogma. I think I've only seen that movie once.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Thank you.
What's he eating? Pork rinds?
I think they're not.
That wouldn't shock me. But I mean, but that little drink cup, that's like a shot glass.
Wait. Go back one. Is that Roman?
Where am I? Right there?
With the hat?
Oh, there you go, Roman.
Sitting next to the Brokeback Mountain Cowboy guy.
Next to Brokeback Mountain. You know, here's what the problem is with the scene, though. He's wearing the hat. We call them covers. On the bus.
You're not supposed to wear it.
Is that Hank Williams Jr. back there?
Yeah.
That may very well
that's
be.
Ripped
that
from
Charlie Daniels
from Yellowstone.
Yeah. From Yellowstone, yeah.
That's funny.
It does look like Charlie Daniels. It does. It looks like
it does look like Charlie Daniels. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. That's just strange. Okay, so they're having sex on the bus. Take a picture to last longer. You got busted. And now they're on their way to St. Louis.
And they're singing a song.
Oh, they're singing songs. I
Suddenly
forgot.
they're smoking.
And he has this little. He has this, obviously very hoity-toity.
3 rings and a fountain.
Yeah, which I've never heard of.
Nope, I have not heard that.
I don't know what that is.
No, because people used to do this shit on bus trips. They'd all sing.
Oh my God, that is my nightmare.
Or whatever.
Oh God, no!
Luckily, I never experienced that.
This is literally my nightmare.
I have driven. I have been on a bus from Las Vegas to Salt Lake. Luckily, this never happened. Or I would go at.
Thank God for that. Yeah.
I had to take a bus from LA to Vegas because my rental car thing fell through when I flew over from Japan. There was a junior girls mariachi band.
Shut up!
On it, yes. And there were like 40 of them. It was the most noisiest bus ride I've ever been on. They just would not shut up. And they weren't even playing mariachi music.
Murder!
When I was a sophomore in high school, we almost caused one of our gym coaches to commit suicide on the bus. We had a 3-hour bus trip. And we sang one rap song for 3 straight hours. That song, Pump Up the Jam, over and over again. And he was actually starting to threaten people. Stop that song, you motherfuckers! I was saying it. And then he was starting to lose it. He was going like such a stroke. It was great.
That's
one more hour would have got him.
Wow.
Look at that makeup. Good Lord.
Trying to hustle for money now.
He's trying to get money. Yeah, he's selling them. He's selling different. They're mostly it's earrings, but
this is autographed by Princess Di.
And I'm pretty sure this was all ad-libbed. If I were
Sassy.
Yeah, that's true. Cannoli is winning the poll. That's because because if you spend time with him in the hotel room, you get a $68 cheese pizza thrown.
You do. You get a free cheese pizza. That doesn't. The cost is no object.
Well, it's not technically free.
Thank you. We'll get into that later.
Those aren't pillows. So,
exactly.
Oh no, those are pillows. Big
you might have to even pillows.
So
I'm a small person. I am travel size. You can take me anywhere. Why winning this poll?
Wait. Are you saying that you would fit in the trunk, Mando?
Yes, I would fit in the trunk.
Grumpy Joker is at 9, and then Dell's at 30. So Dell's right behind Cannoli on this poll. And then a reminder for the help Vex fight the Canadian overlords is also.
Yes.
So please.
Americus has a true horror story. They were on a ferry with French kids.
Oh Lord. Poisson. Fucking frogs. Again, he's just selling them. It is, and these are full of helium, so they're very light.
Fits easily into most overhead compartments.
Oh, this is where I think he does the phone call and he's disgusted by it, and I understand. See the difference though in the environment.
Have we discussed?
Between...
Go ahead,
Vex.
Oh, sorry. I didn't want to talk over you. Can you hear me?
Canadian mounted? What?
Yeah. Yep.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Okay, there we go. Have you guys already discussed what might be in the trunk?
Oh yeah.
It keeps coming up.
Spoiled it right in the beginning.
Yeah.
Copa spoiled that one. So
but we did find a really interesting book that Del was reading called Canadian.
The Canadian Mounted. You wanted to know if you were read the book.
No, I haven't. Fuck the Mounties.
That's kind of what the cover of the book
really
was
about the
Mounties.
The cover implied a Canadian got mounted. So we're thinking this is more of a biographical piece of you and Sharpie.
We do know that Vex is reading certain books right now, so I'm just saying it could have been one of her.
We just lost her and Jacob. I don't know what's going on.
Holy
She
shit!
said that the raccoons were.
Okay, Vex is back. Vex is beaming back in from.
Vex was back.
Wait,
Jake said his internet was.
Yeah, he said his internet was messed up. Yeah,
I know the struggle, man. That happened to me a couple weeks
testicles,
ago.
testicles, 1, 2. Can you hear me?
You're with
testicles.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, so
it's fine.
Perfect.
So now he's booked up by the payphone, but what city are they in now that is worse than
I think
New
they were
York
in St.
City?
Louis, right?
This is St. Louis.
And that's worse than New York City?
Yes, it is.
Well, I would say a bus stop in any town is worse than an airport in New York.
An airport in other towns, yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, bus stops.
That's good for you. It helps you build up your immune system, get some germs, you're fine.
No, not back
no. Yay, and he's missing his daughter's holiday recital. That's probably a good thing because the holiday recital was done way better in Adam's family.
That look, the look on that middle girl's face is they're not paying me enough to wear these stupid earrings in this movie.
These shower rings.
Shower curtain.
and he's like,
oh,
they make
you
you look
pass
older. At
for
least,
18, 19, 20 years old.
X-Wing, what's up?
What boob?
It's because he told them that they could pass for looking older.
Yeah. Eating a salad.
And so,
well,
they always have a lot of food on their
They
table.
do.
I've never had this much fucking
nowadays,
food on my
this
table.
would be like an $80 meal.
You're not wrong.
Or it is the $5.99 steak and eggs buffet at the Silver Sevens.
I was thinking Golden Corral, bro.
Not made with any actual steak or eggs.
Oh hell no!
Yeah.
Golden Corral.
No.
Too expensive now.
No, the Silver Sevens is a hotel casino that is like just off the strip. It's kind of run down, but they have got one of the best breakfasts, and it was like $5.
Nice.
Really? I may need to investigate that next time. I don't know if I'll have more time. That's always my problem.
Well, Roman, you're going to be too busy waiting in your 3-hour line at the Bellagio for your booty.
I literally only waited like 30 minutes. It wasn't that big a deal. I'm a planner. I plan things. That's how I get in.
You overpaid.
He's a little bit of a psychopath.
And I'm a little bit of a psychopath. So they got all this food, and Steve Martin's basically like, we've tried to put our heads together, and we've could not come up with absolutely nothing. We're terrible together.
Terrible.
I think we should try to be separate ways at this point, and that makes Del very sad. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. This is actually an important scene. Because this is where
he says that he hasn't been home in 9
years. Because he's working so much.
I haven't been home in years.
I got to spend more time at home. Yeah.
I haven't been home in years.
Yeah, Del says that. Yeah.
He's like, wait, what? He's like, it's just
just a figure of speech. Yeah.
Where is he saying the best breakfast in Vegas is? Oldest gamer is asking that.
Yeah, I just plopped it in the chat.
Okay. And here's where we're getting ready to go separate. He's like, oh, I see what we're doing here. Okay, I got it. And he pays for it, and he kind of storms out.
And now here comes the car scene, which
I love this scene so much.
Marathon rental car? Is that a real? That used to be a real thing, right?
Marathon? Yeah,
probably.
So now Steve Martin is walking through the parking lot to get to his rental, which is in space V5.
Guess what?
Which has nothing in it.
Yeah.
And now it's like, fuck. And now the bus is leaving. And remember, nothing is, you can't, this is not meant to be walked to. This is a drop-off point.
Mm-hmm.
Stop!
You're met the wrong guy.
Then he has a moment. Shit, cocksucker, fuck.
So Roman. So basically Roman.
Yes. Now he's just trying to make his way back. Again, that place isn't meant to be walked to, so he's just doing his best. You'd think if he waited long enough, but no. And then he falls, he slides down, he almost gets run over here.
Fucking face.
How would he get that? I don't. See, I'm not buying that scene. Oh, I'm on the runway. No.
They would not allow that.
Oh no, back then
Well,
you
not-
could go easily get onto
not
airport runways.
now.
Before 9/11,
Even
so
back
maybe.
then, you can't walk on the tarmac. Like,
Yeah, you could all the time. We used to go onto Newark Airport all the time and play there.
What?
The runways, like in Newark Airport, they didn't even used to have fences on them.
Oh my God!
After 9/11, they added a lot of security to everything.
But
before 9/11, no one ever thought any of that stuff was you know.
And then this scene, and then this scene got, and then this scene here got remade into and was put into an episode of Seinfeld.
And this actor was really funny. Edie McClure.
I remember the episode.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what she did here, up until where Steve Martin gets acknowledged, is all ad lib. She's talking about the Thanksgiving meal. She doesn't know how to cook. Basically, just ignoring the fuck out of him. And then she ends it with gobble gobble, which is hilarious. Welcome to Marathon. May I help you?
you can start by
And then
rosy fucking smile off your fucking
and then she meets Roman. And then she meets Roman.
Look, I was just trying to do my job, Roman. Okay?
The dialogue here is so wonderful.
It's so good.
Yeah,
honestly, I think like it would actually be interesting to go back and watch this scene and actually count the number of fucks he says in this
There's
scene.
a lot of fucks
There's
here.
a lot.
Then you can give me a fucking automobile, a fucking Datsun, a fucking Toyota, a fucking Mustang, a fucking
Four fucking wheels and a fucking
wheels and a
seat. I want a fucking car right fucking now.
So this was Vex on the phone with the ticket place.
The ticket being right after.
Oh my goodness, you have no idea.
I want my fucking fine taken fucking away.
I need
Probably
to see
worse
your
than that.
rental agreement. I threw it away. Oh, you're
You're
fucked.
fucked.
Yeah. Oh boy, what?
The only funny line in the entire film.
This whole scene is great. I just, and I don't know if Steve Martin had ad-libbed that or if they let him do a couple of versions of it. But I would have kept this one.
That
as
would have
well.
been funny to see the outtakes.
And this scene is why it has an R rating.
And
Yes.
that
100%.
actress, she always like plays with pencils in her hair. She did
Edie
that.
Yes,
McClure.
in
she's Ferris
Yeah.
Bueller as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Her name's Edie McClure.
Yeah, she was the principal's secretary. In that movie.
Secretary. Oh.
And Steve.
Covering
So this
for
is the
Mr.
taxi
Rooney.
guy. And he's
You know what's funny is like the older you get, the more you identify with Mr. Rooney and think that he was right in everything he was doing.
oh Lord.
I'm gonna get that son of a bitch.
Oh, you're talking about the principal. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
funny.
Like as you get to be an adult, you're like, nah, he was in the right.
Yeah.
Because he's not supposed to be here, and the guy's asking to move, and he's being polite enough. And Steve Martin's a complete dick to him because he's having a moment, and then he
gets punched out.
wow. Then Dell almost runs him over.
I think at this point in time, he kind of wishes that he would have.
Yeah, he was running over.
Probably, yeah. I think he was like, I'm ready to die. Like,
But just look at the
Then
side
he-
panels on that
Oh, yeah,
car.
the car is
That is just
great.
Oh, hell yeah. What is your problem, you insensitive asshole?
Yes.
can't you see a man is injured here?
Help him up.
But
No,
No.
not him.
Boy, I've never seen a man get picked up by his testicles before.
Look at this car.
I know. Oh my.
I'd rock that
God.
car.
How did they ever make cars like that?
I'd rock
I
that.
think
Look
you
at that.
did.
Terrible.
Cannoli, come
I'm
on
not
now.
even sure what this was.
It's a
It looks
Chrysler of
like
some kind.
It's like
It's
that
like
car
a-
looks like
right?
the understudy
It's like-
for the car from Evil Dead.
It's like
like
it's
like if the car from the Evil Dead hadn't
a
run, this would have been
Chrysler or
its
a Dodge.
understudy.
It's just Grand Marie Turbo. Just
Wait, yeah.
Is this an actual vehicle of that era?
yeah.
I don't remember ever seeing anything like this on the road.
Oh, there's a reason. 'Cause nobody bought them.
Well, it's because you were older than cars, Roman.
But I do,
and
yeah.
you remember a time where you had to get
Well,
out
I
and
had
wind them up
I
out
had
in front of the
cars.
car.
I had lots of cars when I was a youngster because I wasn't a very
You,
good driver.
you had to get out and you had to put the key in the front and wind it up and then hop back in the car really quick and
Hey, those were great.
Well, yeah, it was a lot of work. That was a Chrysler K car. Yeah, I actually had two of those. I had the Chrysler or the 300 with the Corinthian leather, the Corinthian leather, the one that and then I just had a straight up piece of shit Reliance because the K car, my Dodge 300 got exploded. But before that, I had a Plymouth Valiant, so it's all in the same family of cars that also got exploded. So they're driving along.
Gets his hands.
This is great because
you're gonna break the
Del
seat.
keeps fucking with the seat, and he says, "Stop!"
gets
You're
his
gonna break
jacket
it.
stuck on the chair. Then, of course, also goes to throw a cigarette out the window and.
Oh no, we're not there yet.
We're not there yet. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of ourselves.
Driving.
Getting ahead of it.
And Del just keeps.
You broke it. You broke the seat.
You're going to break the seat.
Well, it was working fine when I was in.
Basically, he wants to play the silent game. How about we just ride in silence? Fine with me. So now he's like, I can't believe you fucking broke it. And he gets pushed up against the windscreen. And I don't know why he does this. I mean, script says he does. I would never ever take my wallet out of my pants in a car that I don't own and put it in the glove box.
Right.
That is just a bizarre thing to do.
Because you never know when the car is going to burst into flames and all your credit cards are going to melt.
I mean, that's too.
There it is. Throws the cigarette out the window and it lands in the back seat.
Did that? Was that it?
And that's you got to know how to toss it out the window.
I got tossing, I didn't get the collecting. So it just zips right into the back seat. And he's like playing along with a Ray Charles song on the
singing along,
dashboard, like
doing his saxophone solo.
Jesus.
And he's like, then he's like, it's hot. Well, here it is. This is when he does it.
Just open the window a little bit more.
And goes in the back seat.
And Neal is so tired, he's just dead to the world. And Del can't believe he's not waking up. If you see the look he's giving him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then
I remember those types of seat adjusters.
He gets stupid things on his sleeves. And he gets his arm stuck. And then he tries to use the other arm. Then he gets both arms stuck. This is good physical comedy, though.
Yeah. Right, but this is starting to get into the realms of what are the chances,
Right. This is where it just goes to fucking ridiculous. It's just like, oh dear God, stop.
It's still
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind the over the top comedy because it was over the top comedy.
It's still the 80s,
This is an extended Saturday Night Live or Second City TV skit. That's what this movie is.
So real quick, we got two people that need to bounce out of here in a few minutes. Creative Blue Collar and Vex, unfortunately, her short-lived appearance.
I'm sorry, short appearance. I know. I usually record another podcast on Thursday nights at 9:30. That's why. And also I'm just slammed with a lot of other things, which is why I didn't come earlier.
Well, I'm glad you're able to stop in and see us, though, Vex.
I'm sorry it was so short. That's all.
That's what she said that more than once to other people.
You can't get me to stop otherwise.
Exactly. Except in her case, being short is not a problem.
No.
I still love you, Vex.
I love all of you here. Thank you so much for having me back. Hopefully I can come back again and this time actually stay. But have a great rest of hold on, let me turn my camera on. Hold on.
Right.
There we go. There we go.
You're doing the weird thing.
What do you rate this movie? What do you rate this movie out of 10?
I rate this movie probably a 7. No, you know what? I'm gonna say 8 out of 10. The comedy I think hits really well. There's some deeper nuance that you can decide to explore if you want. Otherwise, it's just kind of good as it is. It doesn't drag at any point. Like the pacing is very good. The performances are very good.
Yeah.
And just honestly, the fact that it might be a dead body in that trunk is what also elevates it to 8 because that just adds a whole other level.
Spoiler alert! We haven't gotten there yet.
That makes everything better.
Awesome.
Awesome. So,
you didn't spoil anything so far.
yeah,
You did that.
I really enjoyed this movie.
Vex, what else do you have coming up this week? You have
All
like
right.
9,000 things because you're the busiest person on the interweb.
I don't actually don't know. Roger Ryan Athe, he booked me for his stream last minute on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern. So
Nice.
you can catch me there. Otherwise, keep an eye on my community post on Saturday because I have a really big appearance next week. Cannoli's already aware because I was really fucking excited about it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah. Other than that, I had a video drop on Monday, so you can check those out if you check that out if you want to subject
all
yourself
synced
to
up?
more Marvels.
You all synced up?
We really did. I really did sync up with all 3 of the Marvels.
Yeah.
It's fucking shitty.
Roman
My
was
God,
lost.
I can't let it go. But okay,
That movie's terrible.
I'm gonna go though. Thank you again for having me. Everyone have
Vex.
a wonderful night and bye, chat.
See you, Vex.
Thank you,
Bye,
Vex.
Vex.
Thank you, Vex. I confused myself.
And then
Son,
I
you got to
also
beam
have
out too.
I got to take off as well. The hour is growing late. I've got to work tomorrow and have a full weekend of no rest. So, yeah.
Yes, you
time to get
managed
ready
to
for
book
that.
every waking moment of your off time.
But all I got to do is I got to get through this weekend and then 3 days of work next week, and then I can take a couple days off, go visit family, and I can just throw my phone in a lake and just relax.
Wow.
I just got to get through the weekend, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, and then I can rest.
That's like 17 days you just listed off that you have to get through.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
Okay, bud.
Hey, Jacob's back.
John, do you have anything else coming up besides your live music stuff this weekend?
Yeah, no, just my random short form videos that I throw out. I'm gonna do at least one more. Let's see. Yeah, so I should be able to do at least one more stream this coming Monday, Mixtape Mondays. I'm keeping it very, I don't want to call it free range because that's what you're calling yours and whatever, but just a very free form. Just we're hanging out. I'm pulling up random articles, very unorganized, very unplanned. Just gonna hang out and see what sort of weird shit happened in the previous week in the music world. Obviously gonna take a week off for Thanksgiving because I'll be out of town, but otherwise that's kind of the big thing. Always, Mondays at 5 p.m. California time. And other random things that I sprinkle throughout the week as I have time. Yeah.
Well, right on. Well, thank you for joining us with some of your very few free moments tonight. We do appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for having me. Good to hang out and chat with everybody. And I know Joker Voice would disagree with me, but it was a great time chatting about a great Thanksgiving movie because there are not very many Thanksgiving movies, but this is among the top tier good time stuff. But yeah, good hanging out with you guys. Thanks for having me. I will hopefully see you all sooner than later.
See you, buddy.
Right on, buddy.
Later.
Later.
All right. So Jacob has overcome the raccoon menace and is now back with us.
The raccoons.
He fought them off
So now
valiantly.
The car is spinning out of control because John
I
Candy
fucked
is
them off
steering
with the
his crotch.
jawbone of a donkey.
Yes, Simpson.
Yeah, good point, Dempsey. I forgot about those movies.
Oh, those are good movies. Yes, I love
First
those
one,
movies.
especially. Yeah. Good point.
Steve Martin wakes up. He's like, "What happened?" He's like, "Oh, I almost hit a deer."
You're sweating.
Sure you did.
You're sweating.
Sure you did.
You should take your parka off. It's hot in here.
Getting back on the freeway the wrong way.
Oh God!
Is this why that nowadays they have like signs that you can like see on the side?
No, they
of, like,
had
different
those back then.
They had them back
he's,
then.
He's just a moron.
Yeah, they should.
They
just didn't see
Okay,
it.
cool. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, is this the reason why we have that?
This is great.
They're trying to
He's driving on the wrong side of the road. He's going to kill someone.
How the hell do they know where we're going?
Yeah. What? You're going the wrong way. How do they know where we're going? Yes, thank you. Ooh.
We're going to kill somebody. Truck. That's so funny.
I thought that part was kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
This is the funniest part of the movie to me. From here till the cop showed up is the funniest part of the movie. To me.
Oh yeah.
We're about to get my favorite scene in the whole film.
Embedded in the thing. The steering wheel's dead.
Broke the steering wheel.
Yeah, we could buff some of this stuff, huh?
Oh, yes, this isn't bad at all. I thought it was going to be way worse.
Yeah, you know how many times I've heard people say that? I mean, like, it's not that bad. It can buff out.
You'll buff out.
We can laugh about it now.
It's over now. We can laugh about it.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Yeah, we can laugh about it now. It's like, no, we can't.
We get my stuff out of the street.
This is where he figures out where he's. Oh no, not yet. He doesn't.
Right here. This is a lost skill. The level of acting needed to pull this scene off. It may not seem like much. They sold this with their body and facial expressions. You know what I mean? Like the absurdity of the situation, the way they're reacting to it, the shot.
Right.
This is right here is my favorite scene this whole film because these two pulled it off. You know.
Well, they're great at what they do. You're right.
And this is also where he tells them he switched his card back and put it in.
Yeah, it's coming up. He just looks back and is like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Like he's in shock. Steve Martin's like, "Yeah, like they've been through so much, they're just in shock."
That tracks.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, what?
You finally did it yourself.
Yeah,
it's yourself.
Yeah, they just turn back
Good
around.
luck putting this in.
Yeah, he finally thinks he got his own karma, and then little does he know.
Oh yeah, and this is it. And then, because he's like, "Where'd you get the money to get a car?"
I sold some shower curtain.
You can't do that. You can't just get a car with shower curtain rings. And then he tells me, he's like, "You did what?" Yeah,
You stole it.
Yes, you did.
He's banging on the thing, but don't wake up his wife.
Wow. He slugs him in the gut.
It's in the glove compartment.
Weeping.
He falls out.
El Rancho. The El Rancho.
Yeah, the El Rancho.
Hell yeah.
And this is, I can't believe the car's still running, but that's, he's burning his hands getting out.
I've worn the same underwear since Tuesday. Have mercy.
Poor man. Poor man.
What do you have?
I
got,
I can attest. He has. Hey, Tom.
Tom.
Hey, man.
What's up, Tom?
It's like, here's what's
I
left
can't
of my
take
credit
those.
card.
It's like, well, here's what I have. I have
a nice watch.
$17.50
And
and
a hell
a
of a
really
nice
nice
watch.
watch.
And look,
I'm
it's
gonna
the guy
go
that
for
gets
color.
eaten by a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Bloody lawyers.
Yeah.
And he's like, do you have $17.50 and a really nice watch?
No, I
I
have
have $2 and a
No,
Casio.
I have $2.
I like how he holds it out.
Yeah, he's like, nice fake.
Like on the QVC
watch.
shopping channel.
Look at the velour Roy Orbison picture.
Right.
I love the Roy Orbison picture.
And at this point, Steve is glad that there are separate beds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, one, thinks he's just by himself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh God!
His
Oh wow!
wife,
The
bro.
rotary phone.
Yep.
Okay.
The rotary phone.
Both that had a lock on it.
The lock.
That
Yep.
had a lock.
That was a lot.
You had to pay
To use a
You
phone
had
in your
to
own
pay
room.
extra.
I
get
didn't
that
realize
lock.
Americans didn't see the car. What the hell is that thing? Yes, that is
car.
that is the
car.
Oh my God.
So Dell's now talking to his wife. He's like, I really stepped in it this time.
I can't believe I put you in this trunk. I wish you were outside with here, but you're cold in there.
Look, dear, I know you told me that I needed to do better about making friends. I don't think this is what you meant, dear.
I shouldn't really drag you along for all this.
It's these scenes right here that
This is all my fault.
that when the whole movie comes together is really what makes Dell's character work.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said,
he's saying how he met someone he likes and he fucked it up. Like
they threaded the needle. Like they made him annoying but not unlikable. Like, you know what I mean?
No, they didn't push it too
Yeah.
far.
Debatable.
Well, how many of us have had friends that you like them for a lot of their qualities, but they also have ones that you really don't like them for, or they're kind
That's
of annoying.
literally
They're called customers.
I only have
Yeah.
two.
1 minute you want to hug them, 1 minute you want to throw them off a roof. Yeah, I have friends like that.
First you want to kill me, then you want to kiss me. Hello.
They're called customers.
Yep.
Oh God, yeah, I tell you that.
Or girlfriends.
Dell, you're gonna
Or
freeze
wives.
to death.
That's
Get
a
in
good
here.
point.
Hey, I resent that remark.
I've had
that.
two.
Poor man. No. It's like, why do I come back week to week for this?
Those weren't targeted remarks. They were just general.
Right.
Sure they were.
And again,
sure.
Dell is in the room for a total of 5 fucking minutes, and it's already
my
a
OCD.
goddamn disaster.
Yeah.
Who hasn't known
Where's
somebody
the
like
trash
that?
can?
I love those pajamas.
Yeah.
though.
Can.
First of all, I want
They're
that.
called
I want
customers.
Wherever he goes.
Can I get that wagon on the dresser up there with the
That is
lit up?
delightful.
I want
a little
that.
covered wagon. I like that.
Yeah, I
too.
want that, and I want those pajamas. I want it all.
I want
My
that
mom-
light. That
My mom
overhead
has
light.
a little covered wagon like that.
Like that? Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I
But
want
also, by this time, Neil has gone full Dell. He's like a slob, like acting like a slob. and
Yeah,
everything.
he's just he's loosening
Well, he's
up
eating
slowly.
Doritos and drinking little tiny tequilas.
Yeah.
Yuck.
You know how
Like
much
you've never
and-
done
and-
that.
expensive?
Like you've
Those
never
are
done
bottles
that.
of
I
Roman.
haven't actually. I've done many a thing in my day. You'll find it. I'm a peculiar person. You'll find that odd.
No.
I already knew that.
No.
You've met me. You know.
I've served you
I
drinks.
have
Yes,
oddities.
I know.
I have strange peculiarities. So now they're just drinking different little bottles and joking, and Neil makes a comment about, well, you know, if nothing else, at least we have the women we love.
To the
And they
wives.
do a toast
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
wives.
Yeah. He does
And
this funny.
again,
look.
you get these little side looks from Dell,
Meh.
little tiny Bacardis, and he's just rolling in filth. I don't understand.
Why do I
what's
feel like I'm in summer camp?
happening. Yeah.
Ew, that's even worse. Oh, God,
You gotta
flashbacks.
rock it back and forth.
Bad
Rock
memories.
the car.
This is the only time he's not getting stuck with a
Just
big bill
rock the
because
car
he
back
didn't
and
have to
forth.
put
It'll
his
work.
credit card down.
Mm-hmm.
Rocket. Oh my God. So they back into the room, which I somehow missed. Did I miss that
Go,
slide?
go, go.
No, I
Yeah,
did
you
just
slow
try it.
If you've
Oh,
ever
this
had
is
to
it.
There it is.
push a vehicle out of the snow, but you don't have the proper footwear,
Oh
and
my
Yeah,
God.
it's not easy.
terrible.
No.
Oh. It's like, oh.
Like, get out of here. Get the
Peel
hell
out of there.
Go,
And
go, go.
here we go. This is the scene. Now they're still
love
singing
this.
Blue Moon of Kentucky. They're just doing like a harmony together, a cappella.
So
Oh, Blue Moon.
Mhm, keep on trucking.
There's nothing there.
Okay,
poor
so
man.
Was that the
yeah,
scene?
so-
It'll
This-
buff
yeah,
out.
guys,
It'll
guys,
buff
this-
out.
this scene is
that
so
was the scene.
good.
I have to
was
go
the
back
scene.
and watch that. Yeah.
Oh, hello, Flaccid. Welcome.
Hey, Flaccid.
Welcome.
But yeah, so Roman, that was the scene where the
Oh, the car.
just Yeah, where
but you can see
I don't. I don't have the.
Yeah,
this
so
car.
so in this car here, Susan Sarandon is in the passenger seat.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at it because I didn't. Of course, I wasn't paying that much attention. I was probably drinking because I usually am. So they're still singing, and they get the Michael McKean cameo.
Lenny.
And he's been Lenny or from this is Spinal Tap. You know, he's one of those guys who's been in
Michael McKean,
Airheads.
And he's like, do you know how fast you were going? And this is great. He's like,
nope.
Strangely, officer, I really don't. You see, the speedometer here was melted. And so I actually have no idea how fast I was going.
Yet the radio works. Go figure.
It's like 75. He's like, yeah, I can buy that. I can buy that. He's like, do you think this vehicle is safe?
Sure.
No. Absolutely.
He's like, yes, I do. Yeah.
The faces, because he's trying to get my friend home for Thanksgiving. And now they're fucked. Now they're at the courthouse. Oh, and then they tow up the shit box, of course. Oh, okay. So now we're zipping to the. Dell got him another ride home
in a cheese truck.
In a cheese truck. He's like, well, at least because he's like, well, at least we get to ride in the cab this time. He's like, yeah, about that. Whatever they.
He's a little sketchy.
He sounds like people up front.
So he shuts the door. Where are we supposed to ride?
So not only is it cold, but it's full of cheese.
Full of cheese.
I'm sure that smells wonderful.
It depends on what kind of cheese it is.
Actually, I mean, you shouldn't smell it at all because it's cold.
Ideally.
You would hope.
You would hope.
He's just thinking 3 short hours, you'll be home in Chicago.
There we are.
Chicago. Back home in Chicago.
It's funny.
And this is another.
Sorry, Roman. Go ahead, buddy.
No, go ahead, please.
I was gonna say, I always laugh because I see that advertisement in the background where there's American West Airlines and it's flights to Phoenix and Tucson for like $90 round trip, and I was like,
yeah, $98.
That was before I moved to Arizona. I used to see that advertisement everywhere and be like, wow, what the hell is Tucson and Phoenix? Like, what is that place?
How's that going, Cannoli? Was it worth the $98?
Ask my father. He's the one who moved here, and I haven't talked to him. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it tells you how different airfare is now, though.
Because, but in general, it's just funny to think about. Like, those were destinations to come to during the winter from these cold climates, and there was nothing here like it is now 30 years ago, 35 years ago, 40 years ago. But
believe it or not, some of those ticket prices you can get even lower if you got a military discount.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
To give you an example, to go to Disneyland or World, whatever one's in Florida, then would have been like maybe $200 first class. The one I did it in 2014, it was $800 ticket first class.
Yeah.
Let's see. Going to Disneyland in early 80s, my dad took my mom, my brother, and I for $100.
Wow.
Yeah. Different time.
That's impressive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there were more airlines then too.
And then I worked at that place.
There were a lot more airlines then.
I just think it's funny every time I see that scene. I see I live there now, and it was only $98 to fly back there. Like, oh my god!
Yeah, from Chicago.
Yeah, it's crazy
as well. It's not like it's like flying from San Diego to there.
Right, close. Yeah, you got to cross half the country.
What they don't tell you is you got to fly from Chicago to New York to Atlanta to Dallas.
All for $98.
Yep.
Wow.
So it's like a 26-hour plane ride to get there.
You go through 4 time zones and you get a meal. So they're saying their goodbyes, and this is where Neal, despite their many misadventures, has actually warmed to Dell, though.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question. What point in the movie do you think that happened, where
when he got pulled over by the police officer?
Is that when it was? When he was like, this guy's not such a bad dude, to where they're hugging?
I think it was
when
in
he
the
let him
hotel
in.
room.
The hotel room.
Yeah, when he let him in.
He felt bad for him, and that he actually had a good time with him after all the bullshit they've been through. They were laughing, drinking, and he's like, okay,
This feels like summer camp.
But that usually happens after like this craziness that happens on these trips. Like it's stressful in the moment. Afterward, you actually start laughing about it.
Cost me $50,000 at this point. No big deal.
Today,
right?
That's good.
So they embrace, and Neal's like, maybe I think I've learned a little something about myself on this as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they part ways. This is me, and he's tell your family hello, and he's like, tell Marie hi for me as well. Give her a
Pepsi. And then he finally puts it all together.
Spooning. And then he's sitting there. Yeah, he's finally got a moment to have two thoughts run together without Dell's incessant fucking yammering, and he's able to figure out who he is. Just they're replaying all the fun moments. His kid with the fucked up hair.
He's reminiscing about
all syndrome kid, just the weirdness. Delightful pie. I don't know why she's not using regular oven
juicy
mitts,
turkey.
okay. She's gonna get salmonella from that fucking dressing. That's all right. Whatever.
That little girl, his daughter, will eventually play one of the children of the corn.
Oh, that's where I remember her.
What? What was it? Salmonella.
Yes, it's salmonella.
Okay, well,
that's great. Oh, that's awesome.
His lovely wife, and he's just envisioning what Thanksgiving's going to be like, and then
starts reminiscing.
And then you go to that.
It's a little sus. A little sus there.
Shut the fuck up. Then he starts, I like me. My wife likes me. To the wives. And then the pause. I haven't been home in years. What the fuck? I suck. So then he goes, and was that a beep? Is it me? I may be having a moment. Just
it happens every once in a while.
Oh, is it Jacob? Did Jacob beam out again?
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
yeah, it looks like his internet.
Fucking raccoons. So back at the train station, and Dell's still there. Dell, what are you doing here? I'm still here. He's like, why are you still here? He's like, and then he lets him know, Marie died 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been home.
And I've been carrying her the entire time.
She's very close to us, but
she's very
but he hasn't been home because he doesn't have a home.
Right.
He just travels.
He just travels all the
and
time.
when you're actually watching the movie, that is a very that punches you in the heart kind of thing. Joker, I know you don't have a heart, so it's okay. Even I, with my cold, dead heart, that got me when I was watching.
Well, if you think about it, Reedy wouldn't go home because when you go home when his wife was alive, his wife is there. It's part of the relationship. You travel, go home, By not going home, he doesn't have to go home where his wife isn't there anymore. So she's kind of like
she's in the trunk.
Well, okay, so
anywhere.
See.
So it's the if I could go home, I have to. It is accepting the reality that my wife is dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically. And that the authorities are probably waiting for him.
Yeah.
So Steve Burns, it's like, come with me. Come on. And this is a little bit weird, whatever. Because if I just brought someone home, Mrs. of the Empire would be like, who in the fuck? Are you the motherfucker that just cost me $50,000 and my kids can't go to college now? Fuck you. But no, not in John Hughes' world. They welcome him in, and the kids with the weird fucking hair.
Movie's got to end. That's why.
So here's what I'll talk about it when we get more to the end.
So the dad,
so much.
The father with the striped shirt, he played the commander in V, Commander William, in the original V.
Yeah.
Wow.
So one thing I also learned is that the end here with the wife is so emotional. You would think naturally it's because he's finally home, but there was a whole backstory of where she thought he was lying. Neal was lying, and that he was cheating on her. That's why he wasn't coming home, and that's why she gets. So there's so much they cut out. That's in the back, like in the extended cut. So there's a lot, and then even notice Dell. He has a black eye at the end all of a sudden, and it's because they got
see another man there.
No, but it was when they were in one of the stops on the way, and she's like, "What's going?" Like in the deleted scene, the wife's going, "What's going on? What aren't you telling me?" So she thought he was. And then look, he has a black eye all of a sudden here in that one picture, which they actually got in a fight throughout this whole trip, and he punched him, which they cut out. Because all of a sudden he just has a black eye at the end. You're like, what the fuck happened here?
You got to take it in stride. You know, so many things went wrong. It's like, hey,
it's like that. Okay. But that's just how much they took out of the story and then condensed a 4-hour movie into an hour and a half.
Quite honestly, I mean, I love the movie the way it is. I think
I 100% agree. Yeah, but I would watch an extended cut.
I would watch it. You couldn't put that in the theaters, though.
No.
Oh my God!
Just mentioned 4 hours and it sends Joker into seizures.
It's a Snyder cut. Make it a Snyder movie.
Snyder cut. Bring back
slow
the
motion.
Cut.
Oh no!
I would watch the Snyder cut over a 4-hour movie of this.
That's a lot of torture.
Twice.
I don't know.
So everybody's hugging. The kiss.
He's getting lucky tonight.
And Dell's probably going to.
You know what that smirk is for? I have a dead body in my trunk and nobody knows.
I got away with murder.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to kill another family tonight.
With your wife.
If I stay here long enough, I can bury her in the yard.
This is my new house.
When they all go to church on Sunday, I'm going to bury my wife.
He kills the whole family on his travel and takes the head of the wife.
And that right there is when Joker knew.
This is when Joker lost it. But
why he's like, I just can't put my finger on it. Why I don't like this movie? Oh yeah, that's it.
There it is.
In the many years since this movie came out, I didn't realize there was a post-credit scene.
There is, yeah.
Just the guy.
There is.
Yeah,
I watched through and I was like,
boss.
that motherfucker's still looking at the pictures.
Oh, he can't. Yeah, he can't decide.
He's still looking at the shit.
The pumpkin, the yams, and the turkey.
That
looks good, actually.
That guy
does look good.
is from a Twilight Zone. He's been in Twilight Zone. He's been in.
She's having a baby. He was in. Yeah. He was the father.
Well, I'm thinking of the old time.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the older guy. Yeah. I thought you meant that guy.
Yeah.
So I know Joker. I know you have your
was he the guy in the first Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
The main 50s character? One or the 70s one?
The 50s one.
I think it's not the 70s one. I can tell you that for certain.
Yeah.
It's just that I'm not a huge fan of comedic films.
Now I gotta look him up somewhere.
Just comedic films. It's just and what gets passed off as comedies. It's this very low hanging fruit, base, just self debasing, and I've been over it for quite some time. So I'm just like, meh. So it's just, I mean, I know a lot of folks love this film. Obviously, as I'm the only one here who was not excited about this film. But you know, it brings joy to people. That's a good thing. Well, no, the man who laughs is someone else. That was the inspiration for little old me.
And we lost poor Jacob again. Those fucking
raccoons.
I do like this movie. I'm not a giant regular comedy fan. This is going to sound strange. I tend to like holiday comedies more than regular the teenage comedies. I fucking hate those. But like this, and we're going to get to our Christmas movies in a couple of weeks, and most of mine are going to be comedy picks. I don't really like just.
Mine's not.
Yours is not. We're gonna hold. But this movie I thought was a
I'm
great
gonna come in with some
holiday
movies
comedy
just to shake it up.
You're not gonna do Jaws again, are you? What was that? You brought some other weird one in, like a stick or something. I don't know. It's like man with a scary stick. I forget.
The ghost of what was it? The ghost of something.
The ghost in the darkness. It's
the ghost in the darkness.
Man-eating lion movie.
Oh, that's right. The lions.
That's a pretty. I would consider a horror film.
No. Do not validate for her, Matt. Do not. Validate.
Well, then Jaws isn't a horror film either.
It's more of a horror film than the Jungle movie.
It's a suspense film.
It's about real animals killing you, you have no defense
But it's
against.
not really the theme. It's not the. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I get what you're saying, but like I said, that you said anything from like 1950 forward. I mean, that was a big category.
I know. I left it too open. It's my own fault. I bring it upon myself. I meet a group of people who I'm finally comfortable with, and I fuck it up.
God damn you, Krampus! I gotta watch. I've never seen that movie. I gotta watch that.
What movie have you not seen?
Krampus.
Oh, I've seen it. I actually like Krampus.
I've never seen it.
It's
has anyone seen it?
It ain't like ho ho ho, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like a film.
With the holiday horror. Holiday horror is a very particular thing.
Has anyone seen
the
previews? Has anyone seen the previews for the Thanksgiving film? That Thanksgiving
horror movie, the slasher.
Well, where someone takes those little corn cob skewers.
It's in the ear.
Ouch! Well, golly. So let's get. I mean, Joker. I don't know if you have your final thoughts on the movie, but we have let's go around just a brief exit at what you think of this movie, and then what else you have coming up this week, so we can roll on out here. So my good friend Shieldwall, thoughts on the movie? What do you got coming up, buddy?
All right, so I like the movie. The comedy is okay, but it's how it all ties together at the end that makes this movie really special for me. Del is a buffoon, but he never complains. Like he never has to. He doesn't want anybody to feel sorry for him about his situation, and he goes out of his way not to burden other people with it. It seems like these days somebody would be like, "Oh, feel sorry for me. I'm a victim," instead of just living his life. And he's living a lonely existence on the road, just him in his trunk, full of what I would assume is all his possessions, basically.
His wife. I mean, I'm always going to be of the opinion that's his wife.
I don't. Nah, it doesn't make any sense. But
more fun.
But and like even when he invites him over at the end, he's like, "I'll just come in for a minute." Because he doesn't want to be a burden, and
right.
But
because he's accustomed to that now.
Exactly, that's who he is, and he's not accustomed to having. Because I get the feeling that even when he was married, he didn't have a lot of friends. It was just him and his wife. Maybe I'm reading too much in the movie, but anyway, that's why I like it.
No, I think you're right, because the way he was talking to his wife was basically, he's a bumble. That's who he is. He's a bumble.
Yeah.
And it's a twist at the end. I like movies with a twist at the end. And when you figure that out, you're like, wow. And if
because we were joking about it.
Right. And if you've ever traveled a lot or been away from your family for long periods of times, i.e. deployed and all that kind of stuff, maybe that's why it hits a little harder for me, I guess.
I can see
but I like it. I think it's an entertaining movie. It has good messages. And it's well acted. And those kinds of things. I can see why Joker doesn't like it. I totally get that. Because at some points it can be annoying a little bit. And I'm just like, let me fast forward through this. But for the most part, I like it. I give it like a 7 out of 10, and I'll watch it again when I get a chance. I see.
I'm probably gonna watch it again this week with the Family of the Empire, because this is there aren't that many Thanksgiving films, folks. So this is
right.
It's a good one too.
And then what I got coming up in the future here is next week. Maybe I don't know. I think I'm traveling next week for an appointment, so I don't think I can do anything with Jacob. And then whatever we got on Thursday. No. I guess on Thursday we're doing the free.
Well, next Thursday, Thanksgiving is next week.
We're off. Okay,
we're off next week. So for the regulars on the show,
if y'all do a stream or something on Thanksgiving, I'm not going to be there anywhere in the chat or anything.
But it was great being on this stream tonight. Thanks to the chat, pretty good chat tonight, and everybody on the panel. Vex for being here, and I wish and Jacob too. It just sucks that he's got to struggle with the internet, the raccoons and stuff. So it's glad to be here. Thanks.
Right on, Shieldwall. Joker voice.
Okay, so and again, I have talked about my dislike of John Hughes films, my dislike of comedies. I have worked holidays ever since I turned 18. So holidays really don't have that specialness anymore. They're just another day to me. So maybe that's kind of why I'm very desensitized to holiday films. So I would give this like a 5. That's just me.
It's actually not bad. That's actually not bad.
No, could have been worse.
And you know what, Joker? I can totally identify with that. Like there was a time period where I worked every 4th of July for like 7 years straight. And it just felt like that. I guess it's just kind of how it wound out. But
I worked holidays just to avoid spending time with my family.
I like that.
So
Christmas,
So as far as what I have going, I got a video dropping tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Pacific time, talking about recent stuff at Marvel, which kind of seems that they might. Pops! Hi, Pops!
Uh-oh.
You guys are still going? You guys are still going? What is happening over here?
No,
it's 2 hours.
We're in the wrap-up, Pops. We're in the wrap-up.
I'm like, how long is this movie? I thought Planes, Trains, and Now was a short movie. You guys are still going.
Extended version, Pop.
4 hours,
The 4-hour cut.
So
that's Cannoli's here. That's why Cannoli's here. That's why it's so long. I can't see. Okay. Anyway, no, I wrapped up what I was working on. I saw you guys were still going. I wanted to say hi. I hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving and stuff. So that was all.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
You'll stay here. Stay here for a second. Don't leave. Don't you leave. We have something to chat about, you and I. So Joker, go ahead, bud.
So I've got video dropping tomorrow. Some people may think that there's a course correction going on in Marvel. Don't buy it. Don't buy it for 1 second.
Who thinks that?
Just because they're correcting course doesn't mean
Send them to me.
Whoa!
You would be surprised.
How do they know which way Marvel's going?
So anyway, and then I've also got tomorrow night I will be on Legion Talk 7 p.m. Pacific time for Friday night's Royal Rumble. Next week on Monday starts my holiday fundraiser, raising funds for the Stuttering Foundation of America. Both logos are open, so if you like the OG,
nice,
that's available.
One I got.
If you like the bitches, which thanks to this guy and his wife,
of course.
And also, there is a possibility of doing hats, but Mixed Tees, the person they do hats with, they cannot do simply by order. So we would need to pre-order a dozen. So if anyone wants hats, send me a message, send me a DM or something, and let me know so we can do that. So other than that, it's always a pleasure being here. We had the full Scissor family here earlier, and my brother from another mother right down there. Always a pleasure, my friend.
Yes.
All right, so we've got Pops here with us now. The yin to my yang, and I want to share because Joker, I wish I'd known you were doing the shirt thing. I would have been able to pop that up.
Oh,
so Pops, you got these shirts. This is one of the few cards that Dell carries in his wallet for the big and small.
Hat tip to Jacob Ironside in the chat. Jacob threw this together for me rather quickly. This is not a real common design, and I threw it out there. I said, I'm going to start selling these shirts. So I ordered the first ones to see what they're like and how they turn out, and then we'll kind of go from there. But I don't know anybody else. I always feel like I have shirt ideas or things or goofy jokes that I would love to do, or a shirt I would want. It basically is how I look at this. And I don't ever act on it. I don't ever do anything. We had just done a talk hard on Planes, Trains, and I wrote this down. So, yeah, I threw this together. I sent it to Roman because I thought he would get a laugh out of it. I did not know that's what he was going to do. But, okay, there it is. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
No, that's fantastic. I saw it. I was like, oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. So yeah, and so for those of you who are out there, there is a link for that in the description of the show, along with the Vex pin. Please help her overcome the Canadian overlords.
Yeah.
So actually, so Pops, you're in here for a sec. What are your thoughts on this movie? We have a couple minutes here before we have to shut the
on Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah,
it is. It's one of these things that just ages like wine. As I get older, I just keep enjoying more and more elements of this film, as far as different gags and things like that. Like I think there's moments where you catch yourself like feeling like both characters. At least I do. Like I feel like there's moments where I feel like the Steve Martin character, where I'm just like this, like I have something to do, get out of my way. Why am I stuck in this situation? Everything goes wrong. And then there's other moments where I'm like, yeah, I'm the weirdo in the room. Like I am totally the oddball in this situation. So yeah, it's literally one that I know I watch at least once a year, and probably more than once. And this made me want to watch Uncle Buck, which if you haven't been on my channel, know, I did a little review on Uncle Buck, which, by the way, also has aged like wine. Talk about a film with more quotes, and Buck is a boss, man. That movie makes me like, man, there's a lot of bucket list items there I wish I had done in my life. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was a couple run with John Candy. There was one with him and Dan Aykroyd, The Great Outdoors.
Great Outdoors.
Mm-hmm. As well.
Summer Rental. Yeah.
Great. Fun movies of that era. The John Candy stuff, just it's gold. If we're a bit older, so we were exposed to all this stuff when it was arriving. But if for the younger audience, if you haven't seen them, if John Candy's in it, you're probably not going to be disappointed. And again, I'm not a huge comedy fan, but I do enjoy the works of John Candy.
We don't have fearless actors anymore doing comedy, which is like, I've said, look, a lot of them are dumb, but at least Will Ferrell's fearless, right? Because a lot of them turn out well, but at least he's fearless, and he will do crazy things. So you end up with.
Can't stand him.
Well, you end up with like an Anchorman, I think is good. You end up with some that are good, but then you end up with some that are terrible as well. But they're not just aren't terrible. Fearless comedians.
At least he takes risks, though. He still takes risks.
Yeah, we don't have much of that anymore, and I can respect that. Even when it doesn't make me laugh, I'm like, this dude's trying.
Mm-hmm. Right. I think The Candidate is a good example of trying and almost making a good movie, but it has some funny moments. But yeah, you're right. Will Ferrell just throws a lot of stuff out there. Things like Stephen King, who I largely despise as an author, but he writes so much that he is going to get gold now and then, and some of it is not. But yeah, that's the fearless comedian. That is the lost art. I think maybe our generation was the last to see things like that. The John Belushi, the Dan Aykroyd in his prime, that kind of stuff. It isn't there anymore. But. Right. And that you're right, Pops. This is we're going to watch this movie. The family's going to watch this movie this week because it's just. And I'll do my closing thoughts on it here in a second, but I have my own thoughts on it. So, Mando, what do you have coming up, and your closing thoughts on this film?
I'd give it probably a 6.5, 7 out of 10. I like. Similar to Joker, I work a lot during the past jobs. I've worked a lot during the holidays, and so yeah, it's another day. If I get a chance to go see family, awesome. If not, okay, cool. So it's just like I'm glad there's a Thanksgiving movie out there, because I feel like too many people do not remember that Thanksgiving is a big holiday and you should care about it. But that's just me. So I give it, like I said, 7. Will I rewatch it? Sure, I might watch it once in a while. Is it going to be one of those I must watch all the time? Probably not. See, this Saturday at 12 on my Kick channel, I will be doing a combined birthday stream with my friend Roto Kamish. My birthday is coming up, so woo! Playing lots of party games. And for any of you that are curious, I'll be 31.
Oh
my God!
I remember those days. I remember that.
I was 31. Kennedy was president.
My hair wasn't gray.
There was a dinosaur named Kennedy, and he was president.
That's my pal.
It's a caveman name.
Well, what I'll need to DM you about your whole birthday thing, Mando, because there's a Canadian mounted boot coming your way as well. So
Very nice.
So Matt's are the man who knows all the things about all the things. What are your thoughts and things that coming up?
I guess Roman, maybe Pops could of similar age. We remember like
So am I.
Are you of similar age? I didn't even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and you're younger than me.
He looks good for his age. He doesn't age like Paul Rudd. We've been over this. Keep up.
So,
Thank you, Pops.
70s.
That's all right.
We had all these guys like John Candy, John Belushi, both of whom passed away. Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and all these comedies in the 80s, like just John Candy's comedies. You know, he was also in like Brewster's Millions and Stripes, and then you had then you had SNL was like Animal House and all that. You know, all these great out of that 70s stand-up comedian skit comedies that all became movies, good ones, or movies like Steve Martin's character in this is loosely based on the character he played in skits all the time. You know, so that's why one of the things I remember about this movie that makes me like it a lot. You know, it's kind of reminiscent back to that. But what really sold me on this film was basically John Candy and Steve Martin's performances. You know, because the plot's kind of like, you know, shaky. There's holes in it. Like Cannoli said, there's so many scenes cut out of it that it's Swiss cheesed. You know, But John Candy, just like in that great scene with the burning car when they sold that whole thing with their facial expressions and the way they move their bodies, you know, or when John Candy's sitting in a car snowing on him and he's, you know, you can see the body acting and all that. Those two guys carried this movie with its shakier script, let's just say, and make it very memorable. It's a great holiday. It's a great holiday film. You know, Zach's my only person besides me. He mentioned in the chat the great holiday Thanksgiving of Thanksgiving. The only other one besides me ever seen that movie. You know,
I couldn't make it through that movie. Thank you, Ironcaster tormented me. Just so anyone knows, when you open that, don't turn that on at work. My God, the first 20 seconds are just boobs in your face. And you're like, what has happened? And I kid you not, it's bad. It's VHS tape quality. It's so bad. Oh Lord, help me.
But it's supposed to be that bad. It's one of those they made it bad on purpose movies.
No,
anyway,
it's just bad.
You know,
but that's an art form of films like that. If you know, not everyone's into it.
Oh, that's like the Tubi app. Tubi app.
So what I got going tomorrow, I'm doing my little 3 to 4 live stream. I'm calling it Friday Fandemonium. So they'll hopefully build something up there. I keep telling myself every day I'm going to get back to that Wheel of Time episode 8, season 2 review.
Well, it is kind of like being prepared to take your shoes off and walk on hot coals. So.
Yeah, you know, I want to get it done so I can cleanse my mental palate before I have to destroy my mind with Rings of Prime in 2 months. You know, which I'm sure that's the real reason Blair de Blair's in the hospital. Amazon gave him a bonus early viewing of season 2, and it gave him a stroke. So I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Poor Blair. Poor Blair.
I'll be on Jacob's show this Saturday with favorite Thanksgiving movies. That's all I remember. I'm sure there's other stuff because there's so many things that are in the calendar now. You know. And then
right
you were saying Jacob has a Saturday show, right? What time is that?
8:00 Eastern Standard Time. And it's about this Saturday
5 p.m. Pacific time.
West Pacific, yeah. And it's favorite Thanksgiving movies.
Cool.
Okay, right on. Yeah,
presumably the raccoons allow him on the internet.
Jacob is captured by the raccoons right now and cannot speak for himself.
He's facing
Cannoli. I'm so happy you were able to make it back to the show, buddy.
Yes.
So so final thoughts, and you're also one of the busiest people on the interwebs. What do you got?
Not as busy as Vex, but yes, I do have a lot coming up. Yeah, I love this movie. I did watch Pops's show when he did a talk horror on it, and it just brought back so many memories because I just forgot. I was at work when it was happening. I was like, oh yeah, it's that time of year again, huh? And then you invited me on. I was like, oh yeah, perfect timing, right? I'm allowed to be on now because of the time difference. It's one of my favorite movies. This movie does hold. I will admit there is a factor for me. There's a nostalgia factor. I grew up watching this movie. I watched it with my family every year. I love these. I grew up with these. Martin and Candy are just, to me, just acting comedy gold. So it holds a special place in my heart because of that. We do watch it the night before Thanksgiving every year as a family. This and the Ed O'Neill movie Dutch, which Dutch is not nearly as good, but
why do you hate your child?
Listen, she likes this movie, okay? She's forced to watch it. No, I'm just kidding. But I do love it.
You watch this movie, I'm going to get out the trunk again.
Yeah. No food for you tomorrow during Thanksgiving. But no, I do love this movie.
For cranberry sauce. That's it.
For all the reasons you guys said, but it does show that everyday life, like these situations come up, you try your hardest to get out of them, and it's just unexpected, and you can form a relationship with somebody that you normally wouldn't, right? You take this person into your world, and out of all the chaos and tragedy, you can laugh about it later on, right? Because that's how many times that happened to us, where shit happens and you look back, you're like, wow, I've been through a lot. You know, it made me grow as a person. Not Joker. Joker doesn't grow as a person. He's just heartless. But
I look so young.
Yeah, Joker's a shower, not a grower.
Yeah, it's exactly. But I give this an 8 out of 10. I think I still want to see the extended cut. I don't care if it's 4 hours. I think I would. I know it doesn't probably wouldn't fit, and they cut it. They edited it. Yeah, they edited it down really. It'd be better than the Snyder cut, Joker. I'm sorry.
No, it wouldn't be.
Yes. But yeah, coming up, I have the Cannoli Connections back tomorrow. Me and Mrs. Sassy Sasquatch have Lofty Pixels on.
Wow.
Mr. Hot Take himself. So
yeah,
we're gonna know what makes him tick and why he likes to have these takes and just talk about everything. He's into gaming, pop culture, movies, everything. So we'll get into that. And then Monday, we're back for Mischief Mayhem Movie with Dark Hour, Cult Classic Cage, and Jay from Desolate Soul Studios. We're doing Rocky 1. So yeah. So we're back it's a holiday movie. There's celebrate Christmas in the movie. So we figured, why not do that? But yeah, I'm looking forward to talking about that movie because obviously it's a personal favorite and I'm Italian, so it's a law. I have to talk about that movie eventually.
Yeah, there's actually a book. We all get handed the book when we're like 6 or 7 years old. You know,
Godfather,
like,
Rocky.
This is the shit you got to do. Rocky is in there.
It's like the TVA handbook.
Yeah, exactly. It's a law. It's a written law. But yeah, so look out for that. And then, Mrs. Sassy Sasquatch, if I don't mention it, she's got her Sunday show where she gets really, she has a lot of hot takes herself. Yeah, spicy and sassy. But yeah, just look out for me on social media, and I'll post everything on my community page.
Spice.
I finally got to stream with Pops finally, even for 10 minutes. That's always nice.
Cross country thing. At least we were able to keep in contact, right?
So you're gonna start somewhere.
Now, here at the of the Empire Studios is a nexus where we bring all the people.
Bring all the people together.
So, Pops, I know you like I said, you're only here for a minute, but so what else do you have coming up? And any other thoughts on the movie that you'd like to share?
No. I mean, no. You guys probably broke this movie down probably even better than we did on Talk Hard because Talk Hard, it was you only have an hour and a half and you're chit chatting and whatever. But no, I typical stuff on the channel. Batman animated series is coming to an end soon, and I'm going to have Joker Voice on as one of the follow-ups we'll do, where we'll maybe rank some episodes and talk through some of that kind of stuff. So that'll be kind of fun. That'll be coming up in December as well. I'm kind of doing a walkthrough on Nightfall. So if anyone's familiar with the famous Batman comic book story arc, I did my first video is like the setup type stuff. I'm going to do one now on like the issues that lead up to it and just kind of walk people through. It's been 30 years, guys, 30 years. So I thought we'd try to bring some awareness and break down to that a little bit. And Christmas movies, we're already there. We're already, we're do some reviews and have some fun. And yeah, Talk Hard's going to be a rock and roll. We have everything from Miracle on 34th Street to Die Hard. So we're gonna do it all.
Oh, nice.
Batman Returns, the greatest Christmas movie ever.
Actually, Roman, you're on one of my Christmas streams. We're doing Die Hard 2. You did the original Die Hard last year, but yeah.
Yes, Die Hard 2 that has from the man from Good Times, the husband from Good Times.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is really unexpected. You didn't see that coming.
Johnny.
No, not Johnny Walker.
James Amos.
Mr. Amos.
We got Dennis France and the guy from Good Times.
Oh my! different.
Johnny,
This is
Johnny,
very boomer,
and
folks.
Johnny
We're alive
Walker
to-
is a Scotch.
Whatever. Yes. So over here at Of the Empire, next week we are taking off for the Thanksgiving holiday. I'm looking at my calendar because I know I'm fucking missing something because I'm old and I fucking forget things. So next week we're completely off. The week of the 20th. No, that's Thanksgiving, dummy. The 30th, we're going to be doing a free range show. It's like a weird week here. Then December, fuck. No, there is no December. Fuck, that's not on your calendars, kid. Anyway, the next big show that you need to worry about is over on this channel is December 21st is going to be the end of the year show for us. That's going to be our favorite Christmas movies. A lot of the folks who are here right now. Sans Cannoli, he's got his own things going on. You know, he's busy. He's a busy man. Pops is going to be with us. I think everybody else on the panel is actually, you're all with us as well. So Cannoli is the odd man out. And we have a couple more guests who are going to be on that show as well. Nomi is going to be on, and Ginger Ninja is going to be on as well. So it's going to be a fun panel. Nice. And that's kind of it. Like I said, I'm going to be watching this movie again this week. Like Shieldwall, holidays as an adult have taken on a very different meaning than when I was a kid and forced to endure them with the people, the wolves. So having my own kids changed. I mean, it did change a lot of the way we did things. This year, sadly, the middle daughter of the Empire is off in Europe. Doing stuff because she's very successful in her field. I admire her a great deal. But all my other kids, my add-on kids aren't going to make it down here. It's going to be kind of a weird, quiet Thanksgiving for us. But this movie does. It's the coming home part. It ends the John Candy's character. Aside from the goofiness, is the underneath part of it. Is what makes the movie for me. Without that Dell, without that interesting thing about Dell, I think the movie loses an awful lot. So that was a nice wrap up, and it does. And you get to the end of the movie and you look at the entire movie differently, which is I think that's a hard thing to do, and they did a very nice job with it. So that's my take on it. So.
You guys mentioned John Amos, the Veterans Day movie I keep recommending, The Last Rifleman. John Amos was in that.
Oh,
okay.
Right on.
What
was the family's name in Good Times? Do you guys remember?
You're really aging me here.
It wasn't
I don't remember.
The Hendersons or something
No.
like that?
No. Not that. It doesn't matter. Not really. Look it up. You'll enjoy it. But I'm going to wrap it up for now. What was that, Matt? Are you looking up the thing?
Something.
Florida.
It's a generic
James
name
Evans.
like Smith or James, or like a generic type of name like that. Evans.
Evans. Yeah.
Mr. Evans. Wheezy. Was Wheezy the wife? Or that's the Jeffersons?
Yes.
That's Jefferson.
So I'm mixing up my
Florida.
70s comedy, the 70s race comedies.
Wheezy was the Jeffersons.
But anyway, everyone. So Thanksgiving next week. I wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving, and be with the people who you love or who you can be with, because sometimes that's who you're with. God knows on deployment you're not necessarily with people you love, but you make the most of it, and it's still a holiday, even when it's not. It's still up here. It's still a holiday, and again, and I've said because it is that time of year. Keep an eye on your friends. 22 veterans a day is far too many, and this time of year it's a lot more of them and the regular folks. So keep an eye on your friends. Talk to them. Hey, you're doing all right, especially the ones you know who are by themselves. So thanks to the panel, to Jacob and John and Vex, who have all had to beam out. Pops, thank you for popping in. Bad.
Yeah.
Terrible pun. I regret it immediately. But thanks to
he forgot it. He forgot it immediately too, folks. Just so you guys know.
Yeah, we know.
Never coming back. And thank you so much. Oh, sad music at the end. Thank you to the chat and Copa, despite spoiling the movie for young and old alike. It was a lot of fun. This was a fun movie to review. It's a very enjoyable film, and the chat, you guys always make it very enjoyable for us having to interact, except for Mr. Peepee. I don't know who you are.
I don't know where he came from. Well,
he
you may be on the list.
He kind of dropped
you
a
may
bunch
be on
of
the
a
list.
big chain of quotes, and then he
bounced out.
So
Maybe
he was on a time limit.
Yeah, maybe.
You can only get in here, fuck things up, and then get out as fast as
Get out
quick.
He only had so many.
I can
minutes
respect
on
that.
one
I can
phone call
respect
he
that.
could get.
So we do got to close it up here, guys. But again, everybody have a very happy Thanksgiving. Keep an eye on everyone and be kind.
Toodles.